No, 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 please don't come in here. Ah! Oh God! Ah!
I think we've lost him. I think Ryan's finally taken the leap. Were you making horse noises?
Back where it all began. Back to ghoul hunting in the spot where we began ghoul hunting.
We came here as boys, now we return as men.
I'm happy to be back. It is dressed up for Halloween right now, so that's gonna add a little bit of spooky fun to it.
Yeah, but that makes it almost better. Because
Yeah.
jack-o'-lanterns, everybody loves them, right?
You have anything to say to her, Shane, the madam of the house?
Yeah, let's tango, baby! Let's dance!
Oh man, it does feel like we're coming back home.
Yeah, I feel right being here.
And we're sleeping here. Well, in case any of you needed a reminder, this place is a twisting nightmare.
That's just a hallway.
Shut up. Hello? Just so all of you know in this house, we've been here before. My name's Ryan.
My name's Shane.
And we're just here to talk. So if you want to come out, maybe show yourself.
You know, just chill here and hang out with us.
Yeah. I'm already lost. Great. Oh, look here, we got a Shane door and a Ryan door. Digging myself.
Yeah, yeah.
This week on the season premiere of BuzzFeed Unsolved, we reinvestigate the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California as part of our ongoing investigation into the question, are ghosts real? Avid fans of the show may remember that this is the site of our first paranormal investigation ever. And tonight, we return to once again tangle with Sarah Winchester and her cast of ghouls, this time stronger, faster, more prepared. And tonight, we're actually gonna sleep here, unlike last time. I was a little too chicken for that. We're gonna sleep individually too, alone.
I love it.
So you'll actually sleep tonight.
I'll get a great night's sleep.
I won't, probably. I'm gonna be in her bedroom, trying very hard to not die. I think I'm just gonna
What's she gonna do?
I don't know.
She's gonna rip out your spine? At the worst, she'll just give you a little kiss on the cheek or something.
I'm trying to challenge myself mentally this season, because last season,
A little too cocky.
I got a little too calloused.
Yeah, you stopped believing in ghosts, I think.
I did not stop believing in ghosts. You just get used to hunting ghouls after a while.
I think if you really believed in them, you'd still be pretty scared, but.
Anyways, let's break down some history, huh? You ready?
Oh yeah.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
The 24,000 plus square foot Winchester Mystery House is a twisting, turning puzzle mansion with 161 rooms and bafflingly bizarre design. As a general proof of concept for the mansion's haunted reputation, Harry Houdini toured the Winchester home in 1924. His visit occurred close to Halloween, and he went late at night, nearly midnight. Houdini was known to routinely go out of his way to try to debunk mediums and other purveyors of the supernatural as charlatans, but he reportedly said nothing defamatory after visiting Sarah Winchester's home. Jumping forward to present day, one hallway on the third floor of the Winchester house is said to be particularly active as of late. Our static cam placed in that hallway picked up a bat flying, but also picked up what appears to be a black object thrown at the camera.
I'm gonna call it a bat.
Then where's the bat?
Huh?
Then where's the bat?
You see it kind of go from there to there. I'll call it a bat. Hard to tell, a bit inconclusive, as is most of the things. You know.
I think this one is a truly on the fence. We don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Born circa 1840, Sarah Lockwood Pardee was from New Haven, Connecticut. Sarah was bright and well-educated. She could speak 4 languages and played 3 instruments. She married William Wirt Winchester in 1862. In 1866, William's father, Oliver Winchester, renamed his New Haven Arms Company to the Winchester Repeating Arms Company. The Winchester rifle was a staple of Westerns. It was beloved by Annie Oakley, Buffalo Bill, and President Theodore Roosevelt. It is perhaps the most iconic weapon of America in the 1800s, and the ultimate weapon of death in wars to come. Over 8 million Winchester 1886, 1892, and 1894 models were manufactured and sold. The same year that the Winchester Repeating Arms Company was started, Sarah gave birth to a daughter, Annie, her only child, who died 6 weeks later of marasmus, or malnourishment generally caused by a calorie and protein deficiency. In 1880, William's father, Oliver, died. 1 year later, William died, leaving 50% of the company and over $20 million in inheritance to Sarah, instantly making her one of the richest women alive. Shortly after, Sarah moved from the East Coast to the West Coast, where she purchased 161 acres of orchards. On this massive plot of land sat an 8-room, 2-story farmhouse, and it's here that the story of the Winchester Mystery House begins. To this day, you can visit an attic that used to be on the land at that time.
So right now we're going up to the hay house. This wasn't part of the original farmhouse, but it was part of the original property. It was there when Sarah first bought the land.
I remember this funny set of stairs from
And
last
we're about
time.
to go up our old friends, the switchback
these were
stairs.
fun.
Just another fun part of this house. Is there anybody up here with us? We're coming up.
Ah, this place.
Well, we're back.
The Ghoul Brothers.
Whoever lives in this house or whoever may be in this house now or in the past, we know this was one of the more original places when this place was first built and not a weird little fun house that it is now. Now that you know, we know who you are.
But do they know that we know that
They know that
they
we
know
know.
that we know who they are? That's the trick.
Oh, we're gonna kneel down?
Yeah, sure.
Anybody's in here with us, let us know. Say something. "20 seconds. You think something's funny?
I like that you give them a warning. 20 seconds left, get your shit together. Time to go mobile.
Bye-bye. That was disappointing. Oh, God, fucking. Shit. Well, that's gonna happen a couple times tonight. Just there's Halloween stuff around. We got, is that a crow or raven?
It's Ryan's biggest fear.
In 1884, Sarah began to compulsively build onto the farmhouse and would continue to do so until her death in 1922. Sarah paid contractors handsomely, sometimes 3 times the going rate, to work in shifts up to 24 hours per day on the near consistent expansion of her Queen Anne revival-style home. It's estimated that 500 to 600 rooms were built, but due to her constant remodeling, only 161 remain. To further contextualize the scale of the mansion, the home has 2,000 doors, 10,000 windows, 47 stairways, 47 fireplaces, 17 chimneys, 6 kitchens, 3 elevators, and 13 bathrooms. What caused this sudden obsession, you might ask? No one knows for sure, but a legend grew around Sarah Winchester and the mysterious expansion of her house, which says that after losing both her husband and a young daughter, Sarah sank into depression. At the suggestion of a friend, she consulted with a renowned Boston psychic, Adam Coons, who held a seance. Sarah wished to commune with her late loved ones. Instead, Coons revealed that Sarah was cursed by the countless lives killed by Winchester rifles, and the spirits of those victims had already caused her child and husband to die. The legend contends she was warned that if she ever halted construction on the house, or as many retellings of the legend put it, if the hammers ever ceased, she would die. And conversely, as long as she continued to build non-stop, she would live. This would offer an explanation for the bizarre floor plan and nonsensical features of the house. The house features a dead-end staircase, plastered over rooms, doors that lead to brick walls, and a door that leads to nowhere.
One of the greater novelties of this home, if you want to call it that. Except this novelty could kill you, so.
Really goes there. Ooh. Yeah, careful, man.
I just don't think any ghost is gonna like open this door and go "Whoa," and fall out like Wile E. Coyote.
Going to ghost work, honey. See you later. Whoa! Not again!
The wacky floor plan would confuse the ghosts haunting her home and would prevent them from finding Sarah. The story goes that she would often follow circuitous paths through the house to lose any spirits who might be tracking her. However, some historians say that the legends about Winchester's motives and unconventional methods are overblown, citing letters from Sarah that support the fact that she actually took breaks from building the house. Furthermore, after things did not work out with multiple architects, Sarah did much of the sketching for new additions herself, but she lacked proper training, which sometimes led to mistakes. Does that equate to building a door leading to nowhere? In my opinion, Not really, but there's also speculation that it was simply her grief that motivated her to keep busy. But enough history, let's get into the hotspots of this mansion that some believe are filled with the souls manifested by the Winchester rifle. As a whole, the mansion is said to be home to lights turning on by themselves, disembodied voices, breathing, and footsteps, as well as the sound of nails being removed and dropping to the floor. The Seance room is located at the center of the house. It has one entrance but 3 exits. It's said that Sarah always carried the only key to this room, and that she always went in alone. Sometimes referred to as the Blue Room, this is where the legend says Sarah Winchester would hold nightly seances at precisely 2 a.m. to receive building instructions from spirits for her mansion.
One thing that I find odd about that, like the fact that maybe she gets building instructions from the spirits in the seance room, kind of seems contradictory to the idea that she's building a house that's winding to escape spirits.
Yeah, this guy, a contractor, just shows up. He's like, all right, check out these blueprints. These are really going to confuse us. So I think maybe a windy thing here. I drew it out. Try not to look at it too much. I really tried to go nuts with it. So I don't have like a photographic memory. But if you build this, it's going to confuse the living hell out of us.
So this is like a spirit from Brooklyn. It's coming to...
You're going to need a bunch of 2x4s.
Last time we were in here, we just did a simple investigation. But since...
Did we even do that? What did we do?
We stood in here and we're like, look at this room.
Yeah, we were really bad at ghost hunting.
Yeah. I just took out a brand new battery. I just took off the plastic from it and put it in.
This is highly unusual.
But now we're gonna actually conduct a legitimate seance.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's do it. Oh, right, that was a firm grip. Okay, spirits of this room, we're here to communicate with you.
Yes.
We are welcoming.
Yes.
And we have nothing but good intentions and
That's
good
right.
vibes.
Yeah.
We have some food for you here.
We have a Rice Krispie treat, a treat from the future.
We also have this this board here. In fact, why don't I just show you how it works? See?
You see that? Whoa, look how fun that is.
Hello. H-E-L-L.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna move the Rice Krispie treat off the board because it's getting kind of sticky. That's for them.
See how that works? I just want to know it's food. Mmm. Yum yum.
Now. All right, here we go. If there's anybody here with us, you could use this board. You could take some of the food. You can move these candles. You could say something. You could touch something.
This is all for you.
Sarah, if you're hearing us right now, we'd like to speak to you in particular, so I'd like very much to meet you.
Have some of the Rice Krispie.
Can you say your name?
Is there anything you'd like us to know?
Is there anything you're scared of? And that's that. Nothing.
Sarah Winchester was reportedly fascinated by the number 13, and the number pops up several times throughout the home. There are 13 bedrooms and 13 bathrooms. Several stairways have 13 steps. Some of the ceilings contain 13 ceiling tiles. The $25,000 room holds several of Winchester's commissioned Tiffany glass pieces, one of which is made with 13 precious stones. The glass pieces in this room are said to be worth about $350,000 today.
Well, Sarah, we're here in your, I would assume, one of your more favorite rooms.
And if you're thinking, well, I'm not going to talk to these guys, please, no, we're going to be here all night. The sooner you get it out of the way, heck, if you do it now, this guy he'll go running.
Whoever is in this room, whether it be Sarah or somebody who worked at this mansion, let us know you're here.
Shatter every piece of stained glass in this room.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a minute. Just a dealer's choice here. Do whatever you want. Here we go, 1 minute of silence, coming right up, starting now. I will say that I don't feel like I'm being watched right now.
No? Have you felt that in other...
Who is that? Who just spoke?
That old familiar face.
If that was anybody, could you say it again? Who was that?
I heard what sounded like a little whisper. Did you hear a little whisper?
Yeah, are you, well, I think you're just appeasing me right now. I don't think you actually heard anything.
It's a little bit of both, but I did hear what appeared to sound like a little whisper. I don't think it was a ghost.
It was a female voice. If there were, whoever that was, could you say it again? If that wasn't anybody, in fact? You don't have to be scared of us. I assure you, I am more scared of you than you are of me.
That's it, folks.
Lovely glass.
Love the glass.
Thank you for showing us.
That's a nice
That's
glass
some really
you got.
good glass you got there.
Some good-ass glass.
That's good glass behind that glass.
I'm gonna steal that glass. I won't. I respect this house.
On the third floor of the Winchester house is a room referred to as the Witch's Cap. An unusual space. It's unknown what this room was used for, perhaps just an attic space. The conical ceiling is constructed in such a way that if you stand in the middle of the room and talk, the echo of your voice supposedly surrounds you.
Oh, this is cool. Oh, I love this. Can I sleep here? Stand in the middle, speak upward.
Oh.
Yeah, right there, right?
Yeah,
Wait, let's see if I can also. Hello?
Yeah.
Hi?
We're here to communicate with whoever is in this room right now.
He's invited his little spirit box here. He's gonna let her rip and you're gonna hate it.
3, 2, 1.
Yahtzee!
Ah, fuck.
Did it say take your clothes off? We're getting a lot of chatter in here, a lot of chatter.
What the fuck is going on in this room?
Can you say our names back to us?
What's that? Can you say the name of the woman who built this house? Or if you are the woman who built this house, can you say your name? Sounded like Patrick.
Well, I'm not Sarah Winchester, but it's Patrick.
Hey, you know, sometimes. What was that? All right, who were just speaking the past 2 times? It was very clear. Can you say what your name is? What?
Optimal?
What's optimal? You're not making this easy, I'll tell you that. It would be
Oh, a scream.
was
They're
that?
excited, Ryan. Don't bother with Ryan right now. Not worth it. Wait till he's alone.
Whoa,
What did it say?
I don't know.
Whoa.
It was a full sentence.
It wasn't a full
It was like 3 words.
Whoa, a whole sentence.
It sounded like 2 to 3 words. All right. Hasta luego. Turning this off.
And I'll tell you what, ghosts, if any of you are protective of this room, not gonna do it on purpose, but there's a good chance I'm gonna fart in here.
One of the more active areas of the mansion is the basement. Earlier in the night, our static cam and EVP device placed in the basement picked up these footsteps when nobody was in the house.
That's your proof?
Yeah, there's nobody in the house.
Okay.
And it also sounds like they're in the basement, and it also sounds like it also has the sound of high heels.
Yeah.
This is pretty big evidence, in my opinion. But
I'm gonna agree to disagree. I think it's the sound of someone walking through a house.
Okay. There's no point in arguing with you about this. I mean, I knew you
No,
were
there's
gonna,
not.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna try
Not
and
with-
wiggle out of it the best you could.
Is it likely that someone we didn't know was walking around? No. What's more likely? Undead souls wearing high heels.
The basement is also where a male ghost named Clyde is said to be seen, pushing a wheelbarrow near the coal chute. Since this is one of the most active areas, we'll investigate this section of the house individually.
You look great, man.
Thank you. What do I do down there?
Try and find Clyde.
Oh.
Well, adios.
Yeah, I'll see you later, man.
Now we wait.
Clyde! Oh boy, I forgot about these low-ass ceilings down here. Oh, fucking, shit. I hit my head. All right, I gotta fix it. Oopsie-doopsie.
Yeah, this is the worst because normally I'm like, all right, I just gotta get through 10 minutes and it's over. But here it's 10 minutes and then 2 hour, 3 hour, however long it is till sunrise.
You know what? It's easy to take a lot for granted in this life. And I'd like to just take this moment to be thankful that I've been given the opportunity to hang out in the basement of the Winchester house all alone.
After this, there's no reprieve for me. I'm just gonna go straight into Sarah's bedroom, so.
I'm gonna go down to the very end of this narrow passage. I'm gonna turn out my light, spend the last 2 minutes in total darkness, because I think that'd be a blast.
The idea of seeing something that breaks the laws of reality is gonna mess with your head. I don't know why it scares me so much, it just does.
If there's anybody down here, you know I'm here, so. Speak up, hang out. You got time.
All right, that's it. I'm not playing your game. I know exactly what you're doing right now. Not gonna happen, bud. I'm not walking down there to find you. I know what happened last time I was down here.
What are you? Hey man, calm down.
You piece of shit, Shane.
My mic went out, and then I was looking for you.
He's crouching in here like some kind of cave creature.
Your number's up. Well, you look great. You look ready. Get down there. Have a good time.
Fuck. God damn it. Don't like this. Not a fan of this at all.
You'll be fine. He's not gonna be fine.
Well, this is horrifying, and I'm only a minute in, so how about that? Do I dare say, is there anybody down here with me? My name's Ryan. If you could do me a big favor and not respond to me or show yourself, that would be amazing, because I don't want to see you. If you're scared of me, no, I'm very scared of you, so let's just do each other a favor and not show ourselves to each other. How about that?
Time really flies when you're down there in the darkness. At some point, I just turned off all my lights and let the darkness wash over me.
What if I just make nonsense noises right now?
What the fuck is going on down there? I think we've lost him.
What was that? I'm losing my mind.
Do.
All right. Ah! What the fuck was that? My fucking GoPro thing fell off. I'm gonna sit down. I'm sitting down.
This sounds like it's really escalating.
Gonna turn on the spirit box now. Come on, turn on. Oh!
Here's that spirit box.
Is there a Clyde down here? That used to work here, a former caretaker? Ah! What? Anybody here? I hate this.
Do you say I love you?
My name is Ryan. Could you say Ryan back to me?
I love you. Who's this?
If there's anybody else down here. Hi, did you just say hi? Hi, hello to you. Who is this? Who am I speaking to? Can you say your name? I'm gonna turn off my light.
Ryan!
What?
2-minute warning!
Great. I'm gonna turn off this light for the last minute here. Once we get to that minute mark, I will turn off my light and I will be at your mercy, truly. If you could just do me a big solid and not do anything, that would be sublime. Here we go, lights coming off. I hate myself. Well, this is just as horrifying as I thought it would be. I guess you could, maybe you could come out and say hello. After all, I am trying to find a ghost.
All right, you can't do 2 minutes. Come up.
What?
You failed.
Could I come up?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Yes.
You couldn't do 2 minutes of silence, could you?
What?
I heard you talking.
I was talking quietly.
I don't care. You talk to hide from the silence. You know you do.
I was merely trying to communicate.
Get ready for an all-night nightmare now.
Perhaps the most active area of the house is Sarah's bedroom. A group of investigators once witnessed a red ball of light, quote, that seemed to explode and then fade, end quote, within Sarah's bedroom. A psychic within that group also claimed to see a couple dressed in servants' clothing standing in the corner of the bedroom. On October 31st, 1975, a psychic named Jeannie Borgen and a medium named Joy Adams visited the Winchester house and held a seance in Sarah's bedroom. While appearing to be in some kind of trance, Borgen said she felt Mrs. Winchester's overpowering spirit and reportedly aged for a brief moment as her hair grayed and her face became lined with wrinkles. Perhaps one of the reasons that Sarah's spirit is so strong in this room is due to the fact that Sarah actually passed away in here. And with that, we enter the final phase of the investigation, something we didn't dare do during our first encounter with the Winchester, sleeping in the house. And for me, this will be the first time I've ever slept alone in one of these horrible buildings.
I feel like I'm about a half a mile from Ryan. Hope he's doing fine. Probably not.
There's freaking dolls just sitting there staring at me.
Got some peanuts.
So here we go. Is anybody in here with me? Please don't answer. What the hell? What was that? Huh? It's the same voice. God damn it. This is the worst. This is the worst.
Yeah, you've been broken hearted. Wolves in the day we parted.
Any advice? Are you asking me for advice? Do I look like the kind of man that could give advice? You're a big dude? You're a thick dude? Several bad choices have led me to this moment.
Let's play look at the ceiling tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, who is that?
No, please don't come in here. Ah! Oh, God!
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. So, in this place right now, it is me, Shane, and then a caretaker who's just making sure we don't set the place on fire. And that was him, and I think I might have peed a little bit in my sleeping bag. I'm gonna try and go to sleep. Try being the operative word there. Well,
That's it.
That's that.
We did it.
Morning time.
I slept great for an hour.
I slept not even a second, so.
Well,
Another investigation in the books. Adios, Winchester House, whatever the heck
I
is
don't
it?
even, it's behind us.
I can't even
It's
think
very
straight.
large.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah, sounds good.
Our second investigation at the Winchester Mystery House now complete. We are still left with many questions. Why did Sarah construct the house in the manner she did? Was it because of vengeful spirits or grief? Is the house even haunted? One thing's for sure, we can investigate this house 10 times and still have rooms unexplored. And the question of whether or not the Winchester Mystery House is definitively haunted will remain unsolved.
Alrighty. So mission San Francisco Solano. Our first mission, actually.
Our first mission.
Yeah. Kind of reminds
We've
me.
chosen to accept it. Sorry.
This is a little more ominous than it was in pictures, I'll say that.
Are you spooked out by the mission? Is this?
Yeah, this is kind of
doing
like
it for you?
living childhood nightmares right now.
I guess when it's this old, I'm not all that rattled by it. I feel like I'm in a log cabin or something.
I guess. Shall we go inside?
Let's do it.
That is a very spooky door sound.
Good. They got this thing rigged up to be spooky or something?
I think it's just old. Well, we're in.
Yeah, we're here.
You do know the rumors of this place, right?
Why, what do you got?
I don't even want to say it.
Well, you should, because that's what people are watching for.
Demon. This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we investigate the Mission San Francisco Solano in Sonoma, California as part of our ongoing investigation into the question, are ghosts real? This mission is the site of many tragic deaths, contributing surely to the high population of ghosts and alleged history of demonic possession in Sonoma County, making it my one demonic investigation sacrifice for the season.
So it's a ghostopolis with maybe a demon mayor.
You use whatever scenario you want to make your silly little game in your head. And once it's done, I'm happy, and we can move on with our lives. I go wash my hands of the demondom, go take a shower, light some candles, and I'll get on.
A little pumice on there?
Sure, I'll get on with my life, hopefully.
We'll see.
In 1542, the Spanish claimed the land that became California, and by the mid-1700s, there were groups of Spanish soldiers and friars exploring and colonizing the area. The friars believed they had to convert indigenous peoples to Catholicism to, quote, save their souls, end quote. Spain regarded the missions as an important first step in colonizing. Some have suggested that forcing the natives onto the missions and then forcing them to work in agriculture and European trades was a way of building a peasant class of laborers. Additionally, they worked to assimilate indigenous peoples to European customs and ideas, believing their lifestyle was the superior one. During the time of Spanish colonization in the region, they built 21 Franciscan missions, and the last of them is the one we're investigating now, which was established in 1823. The Mission San Francisco Solano was actually founded illegitimately through improper channels by a man named Padre Jose Altamira, who was known for his systematically cruel methods when it came to converting native peoples. The Mission San Francisco Solano reportedly baptized 1,300 natives over the span of 12 years. But just 2 years after its founding, Altamira was forced out of the mission by a rebellion of the native peoples due to his terrible mistreatment of them.
So this guy is laughably bad at his job.
He kind of sucks, and we may run into him.
I hope so. I'll make fun of him.
Good. I may join you for once, because he was kind of an asshole.
And to make the long, violent, and tragic history of the Franciscan mission system very short, the Spanish colonizers forced indigenous peoples into what some have described as a form of slavery, with diseases and mistreatment leading to the deaths of thousands, while systematically attempting to annihilate their cultures. The death toll at Mission Solano is said to be nearly 900 lives.
That's a bad record.
Remember that it was 1,300 that they baptized.
It's a bad mission.
It's a bad mission, and unfortunately, most of the buildings we go to are bad places.
Yeah.
According to Patricia Cullinan, president of the Sonoma Valley Historical Society, it's inferred that the bodies of those who perished were said to have been buried adjacent to the mission church, and quote, since there were 2 churches at different times, it has been assumed that there were 2 cemeteries, end quote. One local history buff, a dentist named Dr. Peter Meyerhoff, has cited historical maps of the mission that would place a graveyard under Sonoma Plaza, which is several hundred yards from the mission.
Okay, I'm not laughing about mass graves. What I'm laughing about is being at the dentist and having your dentist with his tools in your mouth saying, you know there's a mass grave around here, don't you? Would you like to see my maps? What a creep. Your dad's a dentist.
He is a dentist. He doesn't have maps of missions and cross-referencing them by like putting lights under them like Nick Cage.
He's just filling cavities.
He's just filling cavities, drilling. He's going to Drill Town.
Maybe cutting a head off here and there.
That's the worst he's done though. So, as I said to you, when this was a mission, there was an unfortunate amount of deaths here.
Yeah.
And they didn't really bury them, I would say, properly. They buried them in unidentified mass graves, so you could just see names here. And we're standing over where the grave may have been. It was said to be next to the church back in the day, and chapel's right here, so.
It's a lot of names.
It is a lot of names. Pretty sad.
Yeah. But if, as you say, paranormal activity
does follow tragedy, even just standing here, I feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's plenty. That's plenty.
One particularly active area of the mission is a part of the building that staff members call the priest's quarters. Not because priests actually stayed here, but because the apparition of a priest is frequently seen walking around. Who this priest is, nobody knows, but some believe it may be the spirit of the diabolical Father Altamira.
Anybody in here?
Padre?
Padre Altamira, ¿dónde está?
We come in peace. Me llamo Shane.
Me llamo Ryan.
How do you say we're the Ghoul brothers? Like Hermanos Fantasma. Something like that.
Hermanos Fantasmos?
Is that it?
I don't know, we may have just made that up.
I'm gonna look this up because this is.
Yeah, you better, I guess, because it's important.
This is our. I know.
Hola!
What?
Did you say something?
No.
You're gonna think it's stupid, but just...
Yes. Oh. They spoke in English though?
That's why I'm weirded out by it. Hola! A shiver went up my spine. Hola, amigo. I never thought I'd be speaking Spanish in this state of mind. Okay, we have a laser grid here. Maybe we could
pop that on.
He said that he walks around, or it's not. He doesn't say that, but people say they see him walking around. I'm walking around.
I do walk around, so bring your laser grid.
Let's hit him with everything we got. All right. Me llamo Ryan.
Me llamo Shane.
¿Puedes decir mi nombre? Okay. Okay. What? Repita. ¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Huh?
Okay. All right, let's get to the courtyard.
All right.
We're leaving.
Nice to meet you.
In 1834, the mission was secularized and power was ceded to a Mexican general named Mariano Guadalupe Vallejo. He built 2 homes in Sonoma, one of which was built on mission property and is referred to as Casa Grande.
Very, very creative name there.
That
big
means
house.
big house?
Big house.
Big house.
I'm the big general, here's my big house.
Look at me, I have big yard, big house.
Big house, big drink.
Big muscles.
Also near the mission are the 2-story adobe barracks facing the central plaza that were built to house General Vallejo's Mexican army troops.
All right, so these are the barracks. This is where Vallejo kept his soldiers. But prior to the barracks, I'm actually not quite sure what function this ground served in the mission.
It was probably just nothing.
I mean, just take a look at it though, it's crazy.
It's quite gorgeous. A lot of space.
Yeah. Who knows what we're gonna run into in here?
Or who? Huh?
All right, into the barracks we go. So this is the room where the barracks are actually still set up.
Oh, wow.
Fucking jeez.
Yeah, that's just a, oh,
Yeah,
hi.
it got me too.
This man looks so dapper.
This is what it would look like back in the day for Vallejo and his all his troops. Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hola, amigos!
Hola! Oh! Whoa! Oh, God, that scared the shit out of me.
All right, well, still recovering.
Yeah, that was a lot.
I think I'm gonna poop my pants a little bit.
Yeah.
I think security turned off the alarm, only one way to find out, so let's just do a little step of faith, or leap of faith.
Hey, you did it.
Good, good, good. I thought that was a banshee.
Yeah.
I said, hola, amigos, and immediately... Just sit here at the table. All right, I'm gonna turn on the spirit box now. If some weird people came into my house and started speaking a foreign language, I would say things back to them.
Yeah, true.
All right. Me llamo Ryan.
Me llamo Shane.
¿Cuál es tu nombre? ¿Dónde está?
How do you say nice beds?
Camas is bed.
Bueno camas.
Camas buenos.
Camas buenos.
Nothing.
Well, you know, thick walls. I think we'll have better luck out in the courtyard or something. Also, you know, it's nighttime. Maybe they're asleep.
For a brief period, the barracks were the headquarters for the rebellious Bear Flag Party, a group of US horsemen that called themselves Osos, who captured/kidnapped General Vallejo from his home. They declared an independent Republic of California for 25 days, as the US pioneers in California could not own land legally or run for office by law with Mexican government. The Bear Flag Revolt was the origin of California's first state flag, which was made by William Todd, and a copy of the flag is on display in the barracks today.
This is the flag room. Oh, it's quite quiet in here, actually, though. But back here, you could actually see the original bear flag for California.
Oh, very nice.
Well, my name is Ryan.
I'm Shane.
And we're reaching out to whoever resides in these quarters, whether that's faceless soldiers or General Vallejo himself.
The big man.
If you would like to speak to us, maybe you can make a noise, you could say something, you could touch something, you could touch us.
You probably just get a bunch of nerdy school kids coming through here, getting excited to eat their PB&J sandwiches.
Yeah.
We're a couple of cool dudes. So,
I don't know about that. We're gonna give the floor to you right now. We're gonna be silent. And this is your cue to show us your moves. I don't know.
show us your moves.
All right, here we go. Going silent now.
Good cricket noises, though. It almost sounds fake. You hear those crickets?
Kinda, yeah.
Imagine back in the day when they were in here just hearing the coyotes out there.
Why are you saying coyotes?
I'm saying, can you imagine them just yipping out there in the middle
Well,
of
I'm
the
just still, that's fine. I was just kind of baffled at your pronunciation of coyotes.
Coyotes?
Yeah. Which one is it, coyotes or coyotes?
Yeah, settle a bet. Guess it doesn't matter. You don't gotta nitpick.
It's coyotes. That would be the greatest EVP ever caught.
Another active area is the Mission Courtyard, where bizarrely, the apparition of a bear is often seen. Which, if you know me and my debilitating fear of bears, this is my worst nightmare.
Ghost bear?
Yeah, a ghost bear.
So that's two of your least favorite things.
That's double trouble for me.
That would be like a avocado pit made of heroin for me.
I guess so, yeah.
A ghost bear? That's gotta be pretty easy to spot.
Well, I have my thermal cam, so hopefully.
Okay.
Hello? Well, I'm talking to a bear, so.
Yeah, sort of like just a... Should have covered ourselves in ghost piss.
Yeah. Does noise attract a bear?
Actually, it keeps them away.
What if you made the noise of like what does a bear eat?
Berries, salmon.
You can't, or like a deer?
Is that sort of a deer noise?
I don't know what the hell, that sounded like a
Deer
goat.
make weird noises. You think you know what a deer sounds like, and then you hear one and it goes like...
Ooh, it's frigid out here.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm not picking up anything on thermal. You can't even say, "Come here, boy," to a bear.
No, you can't. Can you imagine if you could?
No, because I would never want to
here?
see a bear.
Is this like a well? Or is this just a big fire pit? Let's just take a moment to appreciate the ambience right now.
Yeah, I guess it is pretty good ambience.
You know what's really interesting to me is on a night like this, there's not a lot of, you don't hear a lot of modern sounds out right now, maybe some cars in the distance, but you can put yourself in the minds of people hundreds of years ago and think they were hearing almost exactly what you hear right now.
That is true.
You listen to that, just be silent for 20 seconds and imagine you're 100 years ago.
Maybe look up into the stars.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've shared that tender moment, should we go inside and try and find a demon?
Let's do that.
The final place we'll investigate is the chapel. This is where this historical story veers into lore. In a town with a history of demonic possession, is this chapel a known hotbed of tragedy and misery, the home of a demon? Or is it perhaps the malevolent spirit of Padre Altamira? One thing is for sure, if there's a demonic entity that is reckless enough to reside in a house of God, it is not one to be trifled with. And yet, here we are.
So it's in here?
Yeah. All right, just give me a second.
What are you gonna do?
Revving myself up, man.
What are you gonna? Oh, I'll tell you, it looks creepy from here.
Yeah, no shit. Oh boy. So we had our static cam set up here. Hello?
This is large.
So what we're gonna do in here is we're gonna take our mag light and use it to communicate with, I don't even wanna say it, whatever's in here.
The demon.
Sure. We have 2 flashlights here, one that's white and one that's black.
Okay.
I don't think you understand what we're meddling with right here.
Yeah, I do.
Turn off the black one and turn on the white one.
Exert all your power. You've been dormant for too long.
What is that? Sound like footsteps.
Demon, I command you to turn off the light.
It looks like he's having fun with us.
Yeah, I'm having so much fun. Do I look like I'm having fun?
No.
You having fun?
I really don't.
I would like very much to leave. If you want us to leave, turn off the black flashlight and turn on the white one right now. Nada. What's gonna need to happen for you to be convinced there's something in here? For me, I would need to see those turn off exactly when we say them turn off in the order that we say.
Okay, we'll give it a shot. Turn the black one on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ah, it sucks. I guess there's no
Yeah,
demon
there's no
inside
demon
here.
here.
Yeah, that's
All
good.
right, that's the end of the
Oh,
episode.
well, now it turned on. That's
Oh,
great.
Well, all right, maybe he's a little late to the...
Turn the white one on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chill.
Chill.
All right, this is good. This is good for my mind because we're
Yeah.
about to investigate this place individually, and if that stuff starts happening, I don't think I could do this.
So maybe there's just a delay. It could be like Skype. Into the shadows. Just give me a holler, you know? What are we doing, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Hello, demon. It's me. Shane Madej has arrived. And I'm here to teach you a lesson. Except I'm really not, because I don't think there's anyone here. Your whole team, your pal down by the little bridge in Texas, your bro over at the Sally house, you guys don't got a good record. You can't stand up to a lanky old doofus like me? I'm looking at your little lights, your demon lights. Why don't you turn them off for me? Oh, can you do it? Oh, no, you can't? Oh, is that hard for you? Oh, I'm trying the best I can. I'm just a little demon. Unbelievable. I'm gonna be quiet now. This is the part where I invite you to do your very best to kill me. That's what I'm asking of you. Give it a go. Here we go. Nothing? Fine. Come on. What are you doing here? Stop wasting my time, demon. Have at me. Kill me. Hurt me. Your little stomping grounds here. I'll tell you what, I don't give a shit, demon. You hear me? Shot in the dark. Is there a ghost bear here? Any kind of ghost bear?
Well, how was it?
It was very challenging. This demon is unlike any demon we've faced before, so tread lightly.
I don't even know why I ask you these kinds of questions
I'm
anymore.
just, there's nothing in there. It's
Okay.
empty. It's an empty room.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Alrighty. You've been waiting for this moment. I feel like you wanted me. Here I am. And already, I'm not even in the chapel yet, and I immediately regret this decision. Come on, Ryan, you can do this. What's in here? My name is Ryan, and I'm in a house of God. Why are you in here? Why do you remain? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. If those motion lights turn on, I'm gonna lose my damn mind. All right, we got our flashlights here. This is what a fun thing we've done here. I'm standing on an altar alone in a demon-infested church. Oh, and it suddenly got really cold. That's fun. If there is something in here, turn off those lights. Can you? ¿Estás muerto? Jesus Christ. Come on, man. Where are you? Just got the chills. Where are you? You don't belong here. Estoy aquí. Camina hacia mí. Camina. Mira. Estoy aquí. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Gee, you gotta be kidding me. I'm not afraid. I'm in a house of God. I'm in a house of God. I don't even want to look behind me because I feel like something's behind me.
All right, Ryan.
Oh, thank God.
That's time. Getting pretty good with this demon stuff, the two of us.
Sure.
We should start doing like a...
Unless it's latched itself onto us and riding us like a little boat back to LA, and you wouldn't even know. Maybe you'll wake up in the middle of the night and you'll eat your cat. I don't know.
I feel like we're giving Father Tommy a run for his money.
I don't think you should say that.
Yeah.
Tripod's over there.
Yep.
Any last things you gotta say to this thing?
See you later, buddy. You got nothing. You got nothing on the Ghoul Boy.
Adios, demon. You blew it. You had your chance to bag you a Burgmeister, and you blew it.
Okay.
All right.
That's plenty.
See you later.
This is insufferable.
Is it? Is it?
Yes.
You're never gonna see this
All
mug
right.
again. Goodbye. But I am so glad that's over. Let's go eat Taco Bell.
After spending the night roaming the corridors of this tragic San Francisco mission, I can certainly see why it's believed to be haunted. I can only hope that if there is indeed a demonic presence within the chapel, that it will not follow us home. But for now, whether or not Mission San Francisco Solano is definitively haunted will remain unsolved.
One of these days, I'd love my eyes to turn black.
I would like that day to never come.
I'm telling you right now, if my eyes turn black, murder me.
I'm telling you right now, I will not kill you.
Why?
Because I need to save you.
No!
And you'll come back, and then there's two reasons for it. One, you're my friend, and I need to save you. Two,
Kind of you, yes.
Two, I need you to eat crow when it comes to demons being real, because then after I save you from being possessed, you'll be like, oh, what happened? Did I eat too many hot dogs or something and pass out? And I'd be like, no, a demon went inside your body and danced you around like a little puppet man.
Are you gonna wheel me out like Hannibal Lecter with like a straight
Yeah,
jacket?
like a straight jacket and a muzzle. See, Sarah, he's fine. Look at him, he's Shane. See, let me take off his muzzle for a second. Say some Shane things. Here he goes. Oh shit, okay, yeah, he's fine. You know, he's just a little tired from the flight.
Now, the thing about bats, you see, they're all over the place.
It's just bats. They're just bats. I've lost the ability to feel.
They're gonna fucking murder you.
All right, so we're here. Yuma, Arizona, for the famous Yuma prison.
Famous?
Yeah, 310 to Yuma. You never seen that film with Russell Crowe?
I've seen the picture, yes.
This prison housed a lot of famous outlaws from the Old West. They would get transported here on a train, taken here. Some where they met their demise.
Okay. Big gate.
We see a lot of big gates.
Do we?
Yeah, I'd say so. This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we investigate Yuma Territorial Prison in Yuma, Arizona as part of our ongoing investigation into the question, are ghosts real? This prison has seen its fair share of death, despair, and famous outlaws.
We're seasoned vets at this point when it comes to prisons, huh?
We are. We've been to several prisons, but we haven't been to an Old West prison.
That's true. A fun little way to mix it up there.
Yeah, a way to see ghouls behind bars that were good with a 6-shooter.
Cool.
Let's get into it.
Constructed in 1876, Yuma Territorial Prison overlooks the Colorado River on a bluff, a few miles away from the confluence of the Gila River and Colorado River. Over the course of its 33 years in operation, 3,069 prisoners, 29 of whom were women, were incarcerated in the prison. The first 7 prisoners actually built their own cells. Some of the most infamous Old Southwest outlaws were held in Yuma, including Buckskin Frank Leslie. Buckskin murdered his girlfriend while drunk, and is remembered for being, quote, the only man who could compare to Doc Holliday's blinding speed and accuracy with a 6-gun, end quote. Famous stagecoach bandit Pearl Hart was sentenced to 5 years at Yuma Territorial, but was pardoned after serving only 2 years after allegedly using her feminine wiles on everyone from prison security to other prisoners. Elena Estrada, legendary for reportedly ripping her unfaithful partner's heart out and throwing it in his face, was sentenced to serve 7 years at Yuma as well.
That seems like a bit much. I don't know if she tried to feed it to him. She shoved it in his face. Which seems kind of like overkill at that point, because I imagine, I don't know how many seconds you have left to be alive after your heart is being ripped out. That's, unless you just really just eat it. We're gonna go visit her prison cell.
Oh!
As well as Pearl Hart.
Okay. She'll steal your heart.
Let's go to that cell.
Okay.
So if anybody is in here that would like to communicate with us, perhaps Pearl, or maybe Elena, feel free to do so. You could make a noise, you could throw a rock at us, you could push us, you could talk to us.
You can tear our hearts out.
I'd prefer you not, Elena.
I mean, I've said that before to various ghouls, but
You might take that to
yeah,
heart.
she's got some experience. Ah!
Let's just get to it, huh?
Yeah.
Every time.
Wonderful.
This is a vessel for you to hop into. Use this energy to talk to us. And then we could just talk. I just want to know if you're here, though. Lovely home you got here.
It's quite nice.
I'm not hearing anything. There's a lot of radio silence right now. Can you say the name of the prison we're at? I know you might be scared right now. We are trespassing on your space. I apologize for that.
We are professionals.
I'm gonna turn this off for a second. There's a guitar right there. I imagine you like to play. I saw pictures of you guys playing in here. Can you play us a song? I love music.
Pluck it. Pluck it.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave now.
Thank you, ghosts.
Descriptions of the conditions of the prison vary depending on who is telling the story. The people of Yuma referred to the prison as the, quote, country club on the Colorado, end quote, resentful of the fact that the prison had better amenities than the majority of their homes. Amenities included forced ventilation, electricity, a sanitation system with 3 showers and 2 bathtubs, a prison band, and a 2,000-book library, the largest library in the territory at the time. In fact, Yuma Territorial Prison was home to Yuma's only 3 flush toilets. At the same time, the prison was feared by inmates. It was described as, quote, impossible to endure, more impossible to escape, end quote. Temperatures could reach a whopping 118 degrees in the summer, and the prison was surrounded by desert, quicksand, and rivers. Over its 33 years in operation, 112 prisoners died while incarcerated at Yuma Territorial Prison. Though numbers vary, it's reported that almost 50% of these prisoners died of tuberculosis. 1/3 died of natural causes other than tuberculosis. 8 were shot while attempting to escape. 6 killed themselves. 5 were killed in work accidents. 2 were murdered by another inmate, and 1 was executed by Yuma County. Events in particular that may have residual hauntings include the 1887 Gates riot that left 4 inmates dead and 1 wounded.
This is the spot of the 1887 Gates riot. 4 people died, 1 was wounded, and 1 inmate during the riot stabbed the superintendent in the back of the neck and twisted the knife around, and he lived still.
Whew.
A resilient neck.
You think when that happens, your face does a lot of like funny little like...
Yeah. Is there anybody out here with us that would like to speak with us? I know 4 of you lost your lives here during an event that was quite violent. Is there anybody that would like to make their presence known that has anything to say? Maybe some unfinished business?
A riot, huh?
This is where, I guess, a majority of the conflict happened. Some of these prisoners...
Did you hear that?
I did hear that. I know you're humoring me right now.
I'm not humoring you.
Okay, let's go check it out. Hello?
Who's there?
That was a pretty distinct footstep from over here.
Was that a ghoul?
You gonna make me go by myself?
Oh, no, I'm coming up right now.
Hello?
Where's that ghoul here?
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, it was curious. Did you hear it again? What's going on with you? You got the funny eyes.
Shush.
Huh?
Hello? All right, we're gonna leave. But once again, we will be here all night. Just tonight, because we are not locked up. We're law-abiding citizens.
You know, the way you shushed me was quite rude.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
It was very dismissive.
One inmate thought to haunt the prison is a man named John Ryan. Around 1900, Ryan was imprisoned on charges of crimes against nature. He reportedly committed suicide in cell 14. State historian Marshall Trimble says, quote, "Tour guides say they feel a cold chill when walking by the cell," end quote. The majority of those who see his apparition describe it as a light white glow where his body would be and shining eyes, and say they also feel the air get noticeably colder.
So right now we're approaching John Ryan's cell. This is actually, other than the solitary cell, the punishment cell, this is said to be the most active cell in this entire building, or prison, I should say.
Okay.
It said that he was an outcast. The prisoners did not like him. The prison guards did not like him.
Tough to be in prison and not have any friends.
All right, John. We're coming in.
We're entering.
It's quite hot in here, and the air is
It smells funny.
deathly still.
Yeah.
Just imagine, I mean, we're uncomfortable and we've been in here, what, 10 seconds? Could you imagine living in here? This cell is said to be the place where John took his own life.
Is this graffiti in the walls? Is this historical? Well, does that say 1932?
Yeah, that's a fat spider.
That's a chunky boy.
Kind of unnerving.
Yeah.
Anyways, John, if you would like to communicate with us, just show us a sign. You could move something. You could knock on the wall. You could close this cell. Lock us in here with you.
Rattle the door a bit. If we got locked in here, I'd be pissed off.
Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed off.
It's very warm.
Anything you want to say, John? I get it if you don't want to
Did you hear something?
talk to us.
Did you hear something? He's got the vision.
Hello?
Focus, Ryan, focus.
Shut up.
Open your ears.
Would you shut up? What was that? I have very strong ears right now, John. I can hear everything. I believe I just heard a voice. Is that you? Or am I just losing it?
What did it sound like? What did it say?
It sounded like a voice. I don't know what it said. It was like a whisper.
Did it whisper, "Hi, my name's John"?
No, it didn't whisper that.
Maybe it was the spider.
The gift shop is also said to be a place of activity.
Alrighty, so right now we're in the gift shop, and weirdly enough, this is actually one of the most active places in this entire prison.
For ghosts or people?
Both.
Okay.
People perusing and people in jail. And people in jail. And they say sometimes things just fall off the shelves. And you know, this is kind of like not that impressive to you, like this falls off. Maybe there's like an earthquake, whatever.
Sure.
But if there's something like this on here,
Yeah.
and it comes off that, which they say has happened a couple times.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
That's good. If something's falling off one of these, it's also highly likely that one of them, you know, is on the edge or something and falls. You know, they're not, I don't know. I'm not.
It's a bit of a stretch.
I mean, again, it's less of a stretch than the dead walking the earth.
I don't know about that. I mean, this is like a lot. I mean, look how much
that's fine. I know.
And then it goes up?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Well, if there's anything in this gift shop, could you knock something off? We won't get angry. We just want to see it. Could you move one of these things off of these? I don't know. What would you call this?
Do those have words?
Hanging receptacle? There's got to be a better word for it than that. That's not our fault.
What about this grow a girlfriend?
Is it just like an add water situation?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't think it grows into it. Well, they also have grow a boyfriend.
And a therapist.
And,
This is a dark section of this gift shop.
yeah.
If you could knock anything off of this wall, that would be great. It would help me prove that there is something in here. To this man.
This is the dumbest scene we've ever filmed.
The outside isolation cell is another area of the prison. It's said that misbehaving prisoners would be placed in this cell under a tin roof, forcing those inside to endure the miserable weather conditions in plain view of the other prisoners.
Shall we?
Okay, let's get in the box.
All right, let's do it. We're here to find out why you're still here. And if there's anything else that you wanted to say.
Now's the time.
Can you say either of our names back to us? What was that? We just want to talk.
Murray.
What, Murray?
What was that?
She said Murray.
I'm gonna need to hear more than one word for me to think there's somebody in here. Who was that? The last two voices. There was a male and a female. Do you two know each other? What are you trying to say?
Do you love each other? When are you gonna pop the question?
Oh. Come on.
Come on. Is that good?
Oh,
Did that do something? Wait.
it said stop. All right, we're gonna get out of here now.
Thank you, ghosts.
The guard watchtower is also said to be active. Is it possible that guards continue to stay at their post on this tower?
Well, this is actually really cool. This is the first time we've ever been in a guard tower. We've been to so many prisons, and we've never been in a guard tower.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. Well, so now here's their view of the riots, because you could see the gate down there.
Exactly. This is the view they would have had. Shall we do a spirit box session?
Let's reach out.
Whoa. Hello. Who was that? Most of the night you've been pretty quiet. We're here up in your guard tower, and right now we're trying to reach out to any prison guards who watched over this prison.
That's right.
Can you say our names back to us, just to let us know that you would like to talk to us?
Again, Ryan, Shane.
What was that?
Yeah, I bet some of you were decent guys just cashing a check, but some of you were probably real asswipes. Huh? What'd you say to me? Speak up! That's what I thought. I'm sorry, I thought this was a tower full of people who knew what they were doing. Huh? What'd you say? Speak up! Coward! Cowards! All of you! You hear me?
Jesus Christ.
You're cowards!
This is the kind of man that you shouldn't be pushed around by.
I'm strange and off-putting. I should not feel confident in the face of any man.
Yet here you are, smiling in the face of the devil.
Because I've triumphed once again!
However, the most feared part of the prison, both in present day and back when prisoners were actually incarcerated there, is an area referred to as the Snake Den. The Snake Den was a 10-foot by 10-foot punishment cell carved into the hillside with an iron cage. Inmates could only wear their undergarments and only received water and bread once a day. For some, this punishment would last months. They had no contact with others, and light came only from a small ventilation shaft. It got the name Snake Den and Scorpion Den because legend has it that a cruel guard would drop a snake or scorpion through the air shaft. Perhaps due to this extended period of suffering, many feel this cell is the most active area in the prison. According to state historian Marshall Trimble, quote, one reporter planned to stay in the cell overnight shackled to a ring bolt for 48 hours with a jug of water and a loaf of bread. But after 37 hours, called for help to be released, insisting that she felt she wasn't alone in the cell, end quote. To finish off our investigation, we'll investigate the Snake Den individually.
I'm walking into the dark cell, that's the one. Ooh, it stinks, I'll tell you that. A lot of bats in here. Now, the thing about bats, you see, They're all over the place.
I hate bats.
God damn, that's a lot of bats. There are so many bats in this room. Oh yeah, I'm a ghost hunter. Hi, if there's any ghosts in here, I've been a little preoccupied with all the bats and the large train going by, but if you have a moment, now would be a good time to make yourself known. You know, bats sometimes carry rabies. It's a thing I'm afraid of. Oh, that one was low. That was a low one. Now they're getting cocky. Okay, guys.
So, how was it in there?
Ryan, I know we've done this a lot of times, and I've told you you're going to hate it in there.
Yeah.
This may take the cake for you.
I think so. I was in there briefly just to look at it, and I'm not excited right now.
How many bats were in there when you looked at it earlier?
About a dozen.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, man. All right. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. It's just bats. They're just bats.
Sometimes I do a thing where when I'm scared, I locate the part of my brain that is terrified, and I just sort of shut it off.
Not today, devil birds. Not today. I hope he didn't piss them off when he was in there. And there it is. The dark cell.
It's not welcoming or inviting. You don't want to go into that room.
Oh my God. I could already see them. Oh boy. They're everywhere. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So, this is awful. What the frick am I doing in here, man? This is not even a ghost hunt. This is just ridiculous. I guess they're kind of fun little birds, right? I'm just your friendly neighborhood Ryan bats. Oh my God! Okay, swarming right by my head.
Ryan, at this point, has gotten braver with the ghosts. I'm really not sure he's gonna make it through this.
I'm trying to remain calm. Oh my God, 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 oh my God. Is there anybody in here with me besides these bats? I think I'm blacking out right now. I don't think I'm gonna remember this moment. There's so much fear inside of me that I've lost the ability to feel. I think I'm gonna cry. Oh, I keep forgetting there's ghosts in here. Oh my God, that bat is huge. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Ryan, that's your time.
Oh my God, thank God. Can't get up at the moment. Oh my God.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Just get up, Ryan, and walk out. That's all you gotta do. Oh my God, 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 oh my God.
Oh shit, there's one going for your ass. How was it? You did it. It's quite taxing, isn't it? No, right?
I can't. My heart's beating so fast. That was the worst.
I know.
I'm just overwhelmed by emotion right now.
It's a lot.
I think I'm crying a little bit.
Yeah, it's quite a bit to deal with.
Well, anyways, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm so done with this place.
Though it's been many years since Yuma Territorial held prisoners, it's easy to see why some believe those who were incarcerated remain. The idea of spending years in this Old West prison is unpleasant to say the least. Whether it's uneasy spirits or hordes of bats, no one can say for sure what truly resides in this prison, and whether or not Yuma Territorial is definitively haunted will remain unsolved.
This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we once again tackle the age-old question, do aliens exist? To attempt to answer that question, we'll take a deep dive into the government's newly uncovered Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. And in particular, we'll examine some recent video evidence that has emerged from the program, and it's good footage.
Is it some good stuff?
I
You
think,
got your little peepers on it?
dare I say, is it undeniable?
I have to say this every single time we do an episode about aliens, but I do believe in aliens.
And I have to say this every time as well, he believes in aliens, but in a very boring way.
I just don't think they're bipedal. I think they're probably clouds or a little bacteria.
They're intelligent.
Do you think they have belly buttons?
Not gonna play this game with you. I'm not. I refuse.
I just want
I
to
know
know
what
if you
you're
think they
trying.
have
I
belly
know what you're
buttons.
trying to do right now.
I just want to know if you think they have belly buttons.
I'm opening the file. We're gonna get into it.
Didn't answer it.
In 2007, 3 senators, Ted Stevens, a Republican from Alaska, Daniel K. Inouye, a Democrat from Hawaii, and Harry Reid, a Democrat from Nevada, and the Senate Majority Leader at the time, worked to secure funding for a new secret but not classified government program to investigate reports of UFOs, or as they've been more recently dubbed, UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena.
Why change it?
There are people crazier than me that have tarnished the reputation of UFOs to the point where they now have to rebrand it to UAPs. And even when I say UAPs, does that not sound military?
Yeah, I guess people like you have sort of tarnished the, yeah, that makes sense.
Senator Reid's interest in the unexplained phenomena stemmed from a meeting with Nevada billionaire Robert Bigelow, who has stated that he is absolutely convinced aliens have visited Earth. Years after their meeting, Bigelow received a letter from a senior member of a federal national security agency with a PhD. According to Reid, the letter expressed interest in Bigelow's fascination with UFOs. The individual told Senator Reid after meeting with both him and Bigelow that studies should be done on the matter, and he created an outline for what should be covered in the study. It was then that Reid connected with fellow Senators Stevens and Inouye, both of whom had long been a part of the Defense Appropriations Subcommittee. The 3 met for what Reid described as, quote, one of the easiest meetings I ever had, end quote. Stevens' interest in UFOs stemmed from his time in the military. He said that he never reported seeing suspicious things for fear of damage it may cause to his reputation or career. To fund the project, Reid, Stevens, and Inouye decided to use black money, as Reid calls it, or black budget, as it's more commonly referred to, which is government money used for classified programs and projects. That way, the formation of the program would not be debated on the Senate floor. And just like that, the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program was created in 2007.
And why that's crazy is because, as a society, we haven't seen the government even admit UFOs are real, and now we're learning that they have, essentially, we now know they were lying to us.
One of my big dreams is to work at a place like this where it's like secret, but the entrance to the place doesn't look like the place where you're going.
Oh, so you go behind like a bookshelf or something?
Yeah, or it's like a bagel shop and you walk to the counter and you're like, I'll have a sesame, and the person behind the counter just says like, we're all out of sesame. And then you have to say something like, love a sesame on a Tuesday. And then they're like, right this way, sir. And
I think it would be cleaner if you just had to order a specific order. Like, I'll take a bagel with lox and 2 chives.
Oh, 2 chives.
And they'll say, the cold brew's right over there. And you take the cold brew handle.
Cha-chunk. A big pneumatic tube comes down and you get sucked up.
You sucked up and it has that great noise. Like,
In all, at least $22 million was spent on the project, with most of it going to Bigelow's company, Bigelow Aerospace. The company's underground Las Vegas complex would be home to the research it conducted for the program, while the program itself was operated out of the Pentagon. In 2010, military intelligence official Luis Elizondo took over the program. Elizondo was an experienced Department of Defense employee who worked on classified counterintelligence missions and operated with top-level security clearance. He claims that the program was so secretive that even some of those inside the Pentagon were unaware of its existence. The program's mission was to investigate detection, eyewitness sightings, and/or military video footage of unknown items, identify them, and then, according to Elizondo, quote, ascertain and determine if that information is a potential threat to national security, end quote. Anomalous aircrafts that would operate outside the normal laws of aerodynamics would be investigated. Elizondo describes aircrafts, quote, that don't have any obvious flight surfaces, any obvious forms of propulsion, and maneuvering in ways that include extreme maneuverability beyond, I would submit, the healthy G-forces of a human or anything biological, end quote. The information the program collected came mainly from military personnel, in particular, military pilots, who witnessed the bizarre occurrences.
When you're in the military, You're probably got a lot of discipline. Probably not rattled by too much.
Yeah, they see planes fly by them every day, I'm imagining, for the past like 20 years of their life.
I see that all the time.
So they're up there in the air. They're seeing things move in ways that defy the laws of physics, things that would make their bodies implode if they were inside that vehicle. And they have footage of it. So I just don't know how you could look at that kind of stuff.
I can't wait to hear these folks holler. Are they hollering?
What do you think they're all pulled from some kind of rally or something? These are trained professionals.
Yeah, but you said they go nuts. They go crazy for these UADs. What are they called? UAPs? See, it's not catchy enough. What is it called? UAPs.
It's not supposed to be catchy.
It should be somewhat catchy.
If it gets catchy, then it starts to slip into the, I guess.
Start saying UAPs all the time. Let's make it just as crazy as UFOs.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Those investigating the incidents were highly trained and qualified. According to Elizondo, quote, "We had PhDs, we had CI people, we had trained intelligence officers and human case officers, pretty much a full range of talent. Most of us tend to be, by nature, skeptical, because we are in the field of intelligence and national security. But I think once you get into the data itself and the specifics regarding what we're actually seeing, we begin to realize that there may be something here, a little bit more than just what people think are drones or whatever people may chalk it up to be," end quote. He went on, quote, "There's a lot of rigor and diligence that's placed in looking at these. We look and say, oh, that's XYZ, and the reason why it looks this way is because of ABC. But unfortunately, there are some other incidents that can't be explained. And what our job is to do is to figure out, really it's very simple, what is it and how does it work?" End quote. The previous director of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program created a briefing summary in 2009 on the program that stated, quote, "What was once considered science fiction is now science fact," end quote. That's a good quote.
That's ballsy.
That should be on a t-shirt.
The logo should just be like an alien just giving the middle finger.
That seems like something he practiced in the mirror several times that morning.
Yeah,
And
he was probably way less cool about it. He was like, "This is science fiction, science fact."
The cadence was off.
That's gonna be good.
Nailed it. No, dial it back, dial it back. His wife walks in on him when he's practicing. God. It's just.
Yeah, I heard it knocking around here. It's a big day for me.
Yeah, I'm sure he delivered it with some kind of gravitas. I don't know.
Even
maybe.
better if zero gravitas.
Gravitas.
Gravitas?
It's gravitas.
Gravitas?
Around the same time, promising discoveries were made by the program, and in an attempt to limit access to the information, Reed requested that it be given a special designation of, quote, "Restricted Special Access Program," end quote, but his request was denied. The brief summary also stated that if some of the discovered technology were to be used against the US, we would have no way of defending ourselves against it. According to Elizondo, the sightings often took place near nuclear facilities, be it power plants or ships. The program investigated unidentified flying objects and metal alloys and other debris picked up from encounters. Elizondo said of the program and the objects investigated, quote, "If you're asking my personal opinion from here, look, I've got to be honest with you. I don't know where it's from, but we're pretty sure it's not here. Now, what does that mean it's out there? Whether or not it's Russian or Chinese inside, or little green men from Mars, or frankly your neighbor's dog. I wanted to purposely steer away from that because I wanted to focus on truly the raw science. What were we seeing? And did it pose a threat to national security?" End quote.
Love it. This guy, he knows how to level with people.
You pepper in a couple times you saying, "I'm in it for the science," and skeptics will just have a big old boner for that. They'll love it.
Yeah.
You'll have their full attention.
You got me.
I just don't think that there's another country so far ahead of us that they could like lap us like this.
Who made fidget spinners? Where did those come from? That's probably US.
That's not tech.
Now that we've covered the genesis of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, let's get into a few of its many discoveries. We'll dissect 3 videos recently released by To the Stars Academy of Arts and Science from the Department of Defense that are both exciting and, dare I say, unearthly. For the first video, dubbed Gimbal, little information has been released to the public. What we do know is that it is footage taken from a Navy FA-18 Super Hornet during an encounter with an unidentified object. However, there is audio capturing real military pilots' reactions to what they're seeing.
Dude, there's a drone, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
Yeah, it was interesting when you see it just sort of
rotate,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
That was merely to whet your appetite. Is your appetite wet now? Are you ready for some more?
Yeah, I'm excited for more videos. This is a good one.
The next video, known as Go Fast, was released by the Department of Defense in March of 2018. What we know about Go Fast is that this video was taken in 2015 somewhere along the East Coast. The footage is also from a FA-18 Super Hornet and has audio of the pilots experiencing the encounter.
Roger, there's troubleshooting. Did you box moving target? No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, look at it fly.
Yeah, it would look like it was going very fast. It looked very small.
Yeah, I mean, it's from a distance.
Were they up very, very high and it was allegedly closer to the
Yeah.
water?
It was closer, and most people have the same description, and that kind of looked like the other object where they kind of look like Tic Tacs,
Yeah.
like flying little Tic Tacs. And once again, no signs of visible propulsion.
Wouldn't it be cool if aliens were really small?
Like
Like that big.
like a coffee cup?
Like a coffee cup.
Like if we were shooting this episode and something just hovered by our head right here?
Yeah, that'd be cool if they were real little. And then a cat like jumps up and grabs it and just...
Now, onto the last and perhaps most compelling video titled Flare 1, also known as the Nimitz incident. On November 14th, 2004, Commander David Fravor, a commanding officer of the VFA 41 Black Aces, and Lieutenant Commander Jim Slate were told to go check out mysterious aircrafts that had been spotted multiple times over the past 2 weeks. Interviews and reports about the craft noted aerial feats that the US military was not capable of, maneuvers such as dropping from more than 60,000 feet to just about 50 feet above water at supersonic speeds, then stopping abruptly and hovering in that position. As Fravor and Slate made their way to the aircrafts, Fravor says that he looked down at the ocean and saw a disturbance in the water that looked like boiling water over something that just barely submerged. Above that, he noticed an oval-shaped hovering aircraft just 50 feet above the water, measuring about 40 feet in length, which he likened to a Tic Tac. The aircraft seemed to be moving irregularly over the water in all directions. Fravor started to descend in a circular motion toward the mysterious aircraft, but it began ascending. When he tried to go directly toward the object, it darted off. Quote, "It accelerated like nothing I've ever seen," end quote. The pilots were then instructed to make their way 60 miles to a meetup point known as the Cap Point. Moments later, the pilots were radioed, quote, "Sir, you won't believe it, but that thing is at your Cap Point," end quote. The aircraft had reappeared in their radar. The two pilots were still over 40 miles out from the point. The object had disappeared before the pilots were able to reach the meetup point.
This is a great example of, you know, they're being called out there to go. It's not like they were just like doing something else and they saw the Tic Tac flying by. Like, what's a Tic Tac doing here? Someone called them and said, hey, we got Tic Tacs. We need you out here, stat.
Yeah.
They're like, we got a Tic Tac call. Let's go check out these Tic Tacs.
Well, they also asked them, do you guys have missiles on board in case they had to blow it out of the sky?
Yeah. These are some serious Tic Tacs. These are some tactical Tic Tacs. We need your missiles out here. So they get out there, they're hunting down Tic Tacs, and they don't bring better cameras. They just got this dumb thing.
It's in the moment.
I know, but and frankly, the camera that locks onto it, it's less impressive. Get a nice wide shot of that thing zipping past.
Upon his return to the USS Nimitz, Fravor became the butt of jokes as news of his encounter had made its way around the ship. Fravor told another pilot about the incident, quote, "I have no idea what I saw. It had no plumes, wings, or rotors, and outran our F-18s. I want to fly one," end quote. Those ranking higher than Fravor did not investigate the incident further. In 2017, Fravor recalled his experience saying, quote, "I don't think I was a nut job as an officer in the Navy. I wasn't drunk. I don't do drugs. I got a good night's rest. It was a clear day. I think someone should have looked into it. Having talked to some of the other folks, it's a big frustration that it's coming out now and wasn't discussed back in 2004, end quote. Fravor spoke of the technology he witnessed saying, quote, "This is revolutionary technology to be able to accelerate, go up and down. Think about the advances that would bring to mankind. What if it actually starts to get people to think outside the box," end quote.
Can you imagine seeing the ocean boil? And then just having to, you get back, everyone's like, oh yeah, you saw the ocean boil? Oh, yeah, did you?
Oh my God.
And you're like,
I'll tell you what, if you're out there and
fucking boil.
if you're out there and you see something extraordinary and you look around yourself and you see that you're the only person seeing this extraordinary feat, just know that you are going to be crazy from then on. That's what you're going to be labeled as. No one's ever going to believe you saw anything, and that is the most frustrating thing on earth.
And on that note, let's get into some theories as to what these pilots could have been seeing. There seems to be two camps. There are those very encouraged by these encounters and what they could mean for the existence of extraterrestrials. And then there are those that are not so convinced that they indicate anything. Let's start with the latter. The first theory is that perhaps these unexplained phenomena are simply unexplained happenings that don't specifically indicate anything, including aliens. MIT astrophysicist Sarah Seeger on Unknown Object Origin, quote, when people claim to observe truly unusual phenomena, sometimes it's worth investigating seriously. What people sometimes don't get about science is that we often have phenomena that remain unexplained, end quote. It's also possible that these encounters are of completely terrestrial origin. Another country could be creating and testing advanced technology that we are simply unaware of. An anonymous former congressional staffer claims this was a reason for forming the program in the first place, posing the question, quote, was this China or Russia trying to do something, or has some propulsion system we are not familiar with, end quote. Andrew Simeon, the director of the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence Institute Center in Berkeley, says that after years of studying, we're still short on research indicating that aliens do exist. Quote, objective description of any phenomena should be backed up by compelling evidence, and despite many decades of reports of various UFO and abduction phenomena, we don't have much evidence. Moreover, astronomers spend their lives looking at the sky with a wide variety of telescopes and techniques, and we have never snapped a picture of an unexplained spaceship, end quote. And Neil deGrasse Tyson simply says, quote, call me when you have a dinner invite from an alien, end quote.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't like being lumped in with him.
Why is that? You're not on the Neil deGrasse Tyson train?
He's always a little too pleased with himself. And I know I'm often pleased with myself.
You're
too.
quite pleased with yourself. I think you dig the smell of your own farts.
That's not true. Good theory, though.
The second theory is that the encounters like the ones shown in these videos perhaps suggest extraterrestrial life. People in this camp claim the videos are just scratching the surface and are grounds for even more research into the topic. Those who've come out about their involvement with the program all seem to criticize the government and its research or lack thereof. Elizondo states that there were senior officials in the Department of Defense that objected to the program for various reasons. Elizondo explained, quote, in the end, however, I couldn't carry out that mission because the department, which was understandably overstretched, couldn't give it the resources that the mounting evidence deserved, end quote. Christopher Mellon, the Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Intelligence under both Clinton and Bush, cites embarrassment or potential damage to a reputation as a reason for the lack of attention on the issue within the Pentagon. Quote, nobody wants to be the alien guy in the national security bureaucracy. Nobody wants to be ridiculed or sidelined for drawing attention to the issue. This is true up and down the chain of command, and it is a serious and recurring impediment to progress, end quote. In the end, the government said the program was shuttered in 2012. However, its existence was not made public until late 2017. That means the program was mostly hidden from public knowledge for 10 years. Spokesperson Thomas Crossan for the Pentagon on the closing of the program, quote, it was determined that there were other higher priority issues that merited funding, and it was in the best interest of the DoD to make a change, end quote. However, since its official closing, program supporters say officials that worked on the project continued their work in investigations on top of their other assigned tasks in the Defense Department. Elizondo resigned in October 2017 as a protest to the secrecy surrounding the project. Elizondo wrote a resignation letter to Secretary of Defense Jim Mattis in which he described the problems with the government's operation of the program. Quote, despite overwhelming evidence at both the classified and unclassified levels, certain individuals in the department remain staunchly opposed to further research on what could be a tactical threat to our pilots, sailors, and soldiers, and perhaps even an existential threat to our national security, end quote. Elizondo entered the private sector to continue the research he wasn't able to further with the government. Quote, I left to find an environment where investigating these phenomena is priority number one. End quote.
This is typical. You know, in every disaster movie or alien movie or whatever, something along those lines, there was a character in it that everyone thinks is crazy.
Oh, always.
And then everything goes to hell,
Yeah.
and now people are running to this dude for answers, and he's not so crazy. I'm just saying, I know that's a movie, obviously, but it seems that, reality is mimicking fiction here.
Yeah.
Along with a few other people involved in the program, including Christopher Mellon, Elizondo has gone on to become part of the To the Stars Academy of Arts and Science to continue their study of the unexplained. The Academy's president and CEO is Tom DeLonge, formerly of the band Blink-182. The corporation's mission is to look into, quote, exotic science and technologies, end quote, by blending and utilizing science, aerospace, and entertainment. Mellon claims that those involved in the military are approaching To the Stars Academy to investigate more happenings similar to those he's described because of the Department of Defense's poor handling of reported incidents.
It's admirable to maybe hang your hat on your belief so strongly and devote this amount of time and research to the aid of everyone else. I'm gonna assume he's doing it to aid everyone else, not just to be like, I told you so.
Well, but at the same time, these people probably have fat stacks, right? Blink-182 sold a lot of albums.
They sold a lot of albums. They had a lot of records.
He's living a cozy life.
What if aliens, this is bringing it back full circle.
Bring it back.
What if aliens are small,
Uh-huh.
like you said before,
I'd still love that.
and Tom DeLonge sings all the small things, and we look back at all the small things, and we see that inside the song is actually a coded message that explains aliens are small things. Let's examine the lyrics after this, but I think we might find a code in here. I think we can national treasure this.
So, do aliens really exist? Despite numerous sightings, it seems that no one can agree on this topic until we get a clear visual, hard evidence, and maybe even a declaration from aliens themselves. The mystery will remain unsolved.
When it comes to trying to prove aliens' existence, this program and its findings are the best chance we have at doing that. It's definitely offered the best case, I would say.
Yeah, it seems like they're going about it in a somewhat respectable way.
Well, because think about it, when you're trying to prove aliens, what do you need? You need
Proof. Number one.
You need
Paramount.
You need video,
Uh-huh.
and you need people of stature or people with credentials to believe that proof. This has both of them. I feel like the videos speak for themselves. I feel like they show things that are clearly unexplainable, and I think that's enough to make the jump, at least to say, maybe we should research this a little more.
I think we should research it more, because we don't know what it is.
Probably aliens.
No, can't say that.
It might be aliens.
Could be. Could be 1,000 things. Could be a
I'll
million
take it.
things.
I'll take it.
All right, big guy, here we are. We finally did it. Tombstone, Arizona.
This is a big moment for you.
This is a big moment for me. This is one of my favorite historical sites. I've always wanted to come here. And now I'm here hunting ghouls with my big pal.
Your big pal.
Yeah. This is a very famous street we're on right now. It's called Allen Street. This is where all of the big guys walked. John Ringo, Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp, Shane Madej, Brian Bergara.
The old Bergmeister.
The old Bergmeister is what they would have called me.
Hey, you know what? It really smells like horse shit here.
It does.
Did we step on horse shit?
I don't know.
It's really following us.
It's quite possible. This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we investigate Tombstone, Arizona as part of our ongoing investigation into the question, are ghosts real? This town was home to one of the most famous shootouts in Wild West history, the shootout at the OK Corral. But we'll also explore other tales from this once lively and basically lawless ghost town.
Saddle up.
Oh, we're doing cowboy accents?
Round up all them ghouls.
I can't wait to shoot me a ghost cowboy in the street.
I don't even know how that works, but I'll be right there beside you, buddy.
Okay.
That's right.
Well, let's get into it.
The city of Tombstone was founded by Ed Schieffelin in 1877. Ed was involved in a scouting expedition against the Chiricahua Apaches and was staying at Camp Huachuca. According to legend, while at this camp, Ed would set out into the desert to look for areas to prospect, despite his fellow soldiers warning him that he'd instead, quote, find his tombstone, end quote. But much to the surprise of his friends, Ed did not find his tombstone, but instead, Ed came upon what he would make into a whole mine of silver. Not one to shy away from a good roast, Ed named this mine the Tombstone, a nod to his friends' jokes. As word spread about his find, people began to flood the area, leading to the creation of the town Tombstone in 1879, named for its proximity to that first mine.
Very funny.
Could you imagine if your friends gave you a bunch of, they razzed you for doing one
really
thing,
gave me the business?
and then that one thing they razzed you for doing ended up making you a fortune?
Yeah, I'd buy all their land and turn it into a railroad or something. Really just keep on humiliating them for the rest of their lives.
By the mid-1880s, as many as 27,000 people called Tombstone their home, making it one of the fastest populating cities of its time. Along with the population boom, the town saw at least 100 saloons open and a large red light district. As the US expanded to the west after the Civil War, class and economic tension began to rise up. Specifically in Tombstone, a political power struggle formed. On one side was the country-living ranch families, led by the Clantons and the McLaurys, cowboys who reportedly had the sympathy of Cochise County Sheriff John Behan. On the other side was the wealthy mine owners and businessmen of Tombstone, backed by the family of Morgan Wyatt and Virgil Earp, who was the town's marshal at the time. Both sides blamed the other for corruption and collusion.
You gotta imagine there's not a lot of checks and balances back then.
The checks and balances were holstered on the hips.
Exactly right.
I got your checks and balances right here.
I got you.
Well, I didn't know we were starting. Okay, no, wait a second. That's
Got
not
you
how a
again.
gunfight works. You have to say when. Wait.
I'm dirty.
You're not saying
I'm
when.
dirty. I got you.
There is respect to a gunfight.
Not when Dirty Shane comes into town.
That's what your name would be, Dirty
your
Shane?
old Dirty Shane.
I don't know if I like that.
It doesn't matter because you're dead.
The stage is now set for the main reason Tombstone is still considered legendary today, the gunfight at the OK Corral. The lethal gunfight occurred on October 26, 1881. At the time, there was an ordinance in Tombstone barring the carrying of guns in public. The Earps set out to disarm a gang of cowboys hanging out in a vacant lot behind the OK Corral. The cowboys consisted of their rivals, the Clantons and the McLaurys. The Earps were joined by their friend John Henry Doc Holliday, a dentist with a reputation as a gambler and a drunk, but also as one of the fastest pistols in the West. Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp, Virgil Earp, and Morgan Earp each carried a revolver. Holliday also had a concealed shotgun in his coat. On the side of the cowboys, Billy Clanton had a revolver, but his brother Ike was unarmed, having been reportedly disarmed by Virgil Earp earlier in the day. Similarly, Frank McLaury had a revolver, but his brother Tom is thought to have been likely unarmed. Their friend Billy Claiborne was also unarmed. When the two posses met face to face, they were only a few feet apart from one another. Allegedly, Virgil Earp warned the cowboys, quote, "Throw up your hands, I've come to disarm you," end quote. Billy Clanton reportedly replied, quote, "Don't shoot, I don't want to fight," end quote. Wyatt Earp came back with, quote, "You sons of bitches have been looking for a fight, and now you have it," end quote. It's unclear who fired the first shot, but 30 seconds later, Billy Clanton, Tom McLaury, and Frank McLaury were mortally wounded. Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday were charged with murder. Testimonies differed, and town people were split over their allegiances. Emblematic of the difficulties in enforcing laws in the West, all parties were acquitted. In time, Earp and Holliday's actions would even be glorified as heroic.
Well, Shane, this is a pretty big moment for me. I've always been a fan of Old West history, and right now we are actually on the exact spot where the infamous shootout at the OK Corral happened. That's pretty crazy.
We're walking through history right now.
I'm trying to contain my excitement, but this is it's kind of hard. There's a boyish glee that's washed over me.
It's evident.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is the exact positioning. This is based off of Wyatt Earp's sketch. It's the only sketch from a participant of the shootout that exists.
Yeah.
All right, my name's Ryan,
I'm Shane.
and we're here just to find out what happened here. There's lots of different tellings of how this went down. We want to find out the truth. So if any of you fellows want to tell us what actually happened here, particularly Billy, Frank, and Tom, please let us know now. How did you die?
Tell us your side of the story, why not? What do you got to say for yourself? Is that thing broken? You're getting butt-kissed with that.
We've got some stuff.
As much as I hate the spirit box, I hate it even more when nothing happens with it.
This is just going back to what I was saying, that not every site's going to be active. If it was radio channels like you suggest, it would be talking all the time, wouldn't it? Is it killing you right now?
Yeah, a little bit. Hey, what do you got for us, sir? This is the face I make when I hear the spirit box too, I get it. What about you with the boyish face? What do you got to say for yourself? Shaved this morning, didn't you? On the day you died.
Well, folks, I think we've had our fun here. Clearly none of you wanted to talk to us, and that's fine. I got to stand in history, and that's enough for me. Maybe I'll find something later. I won't say I'm not disappointed.
It has been an honor to meet you, sir.
He just gives you a hug. Okay, don't smooch him.
While the Earps escaped the fight bloodied but alive, the actions of that October night would follow them the rest of their lives. On December 28, 1881, 8 weeks after the gunfight, Virgil was ambushed as he was crossing the street. He was shot in the back with 3 rounds, and his left arm was shattered. Virgil survived, but was permanently disabled. On March 18, 1882, about 5 months after the gunfight, Morgan Earp was playing billiards in a saloon only a block away from the OK Corral. From a darkened alley, Morgan was shot in the back by assassins. Within the hour, Morgan was dead.
Oh, they really don't like these Earps.
Well, you know, I mean, that's what happens when you feel like you were wronged in a gunfight. That's why you gotta adhere to the code. Otherwise, things devolve into chaos. See?
Got him again.
It's not impressive. No one's impressed. So here we are. This is the site where Morgan Earp was gunned down while he was playing billiards. Obviously, this is continuing with the fallout of the OK Corral shootout. This was the Cowboys' revenge. They killed Morgan Earp in here in cold blood on Wyatt Earp's birthday.
On his birthday. Brutal.
Kind of eerie to just be in the spot where people are just gunned down, like all day. That's what we've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, it was a long time ago, so.
That's true. Well, we're here to reach out to Morgan Earp. I know you probably get a lot of people coming around here asking for you. I regret to inform you that the spot of your death is now a lovely gift shop.
Pretty good one, it seems like.
Yeah, they got some good merch. Just
nothing disrespectful
doing a
here,
quick
I don't
cursory
think.
glance here. We got some items that I'd probably wear, but you know, I'm not that picky. Is there anything you would like to say, Morgan? I'm gonna give you a minute here.
Anything you want us to take back to sunny Los Angeles and maybe tell your brother's ghost? Sort of like a ghoul telephone.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I think I'm gonna cut that short. That's a picture wrap on Morgan Earp.
Morgan's brother Wyatt wanted vengeance. In March and April 1882, Wyatt set off on a vendetta ride, murdering cowboys, searching for suspects in the attacks on his brothers. Indicted for murder, Wyatt and Doc Holliday rode out of Arizona in April 1882, leaving the citizens of Tombstone to tell their tales. Another area of interest in Tombstone is a saloon now known as Big Nose Kate's, which was originally the Grand Hotel. Allegedly, the McLaury brothers were registered guests at the hotel the night before their deaths in the shootout. The saloon on the site in operation today is named after Kate Elder, aka Kate Holliday, who called herself Doc Holliday's, quote, one and only wife, end quote, who was often an accomplice in his exploits. The bar and dining area of the saloon has several reported instances of paranormal activity. Staff and servers reported feeling unseen hands touching, pinching, shoving, and even choking them. Some have witnessed drinks they were meant to be served levitate off of their trays and then hit servers in the chest or face. Other times, objects will fall on their own accord, and silverware will fly off tables. Bartender Jerry Fowler detailed the ghost encounter of a fellow bartender who, as a result of the incident, ended up quitting and never returning to the saloon. In it, the bartender was locking up at the end of the night when he noticed a cowboy wearing a duster at the bar. He urged the cowboy to leave, but then realized upon second reflection that he was the only person in the bar again.
Oh boy, classic saloon doors. This is the moment I've been waiting for. When I envisioned this shoot, I envisioned myself walking through saloon doors.
Oh.
And here we are. We should say something cowboy-y when we walk in, right?
Oh, yep.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh shit, I really messed it up. There was a step there. I didn't see it. I want to do that again.
That's fine.
Take 2. Hello, ghouls. I'm your Huckleberry. It's me, Ryan.
Oh, that looked good. Here I come. Hey, ghouls.
Oh,
Horseshoes!
my. Jesus Christ. That's what your cowboy saying was, horseshoes?
I don't know. Good enough. They use those.
You ain't no Daisy. You ain't no Daisy at all. So here we are in Big Nose Kate's. This used to be the former site of the Grand Hotel back in the day, which was the building that existed back when this was all going. In fact, the McLaurys and Billy Clanton stayed here the night before they were killed at the OK Corral gunfight.
Well, they were killed a bit of a ways from here.
Yeah.
Also, it's a small town, so
Yeah, you know,
if you die a few blocks away, maybe you're haunting over here.
sure, maybe they got a good breakfast in.
Yeah.
And if I died and I, had a choice to go to any of the places I went that day,
Chipotle.
or, or where I had bacon and eggs, that's probably where I'd go. I don't eat it that often, you know that.
You're not a big breakfast guy.
I don't like waking up. Okay. This guy. I don't like waking up. Okay.
What are you doing here? What's he got?
Right here, standard whiskey glass. I'm gonna put it on the table.
Oh, look what he's done.
Now, to the folks in here who like to move things, I would appreciate it if you did not move that glass.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
You can't say, I see what you're doing when I'm...
I'm sorry.
Well, now it's ruined. Please move the glass.
No, they don't know. I mean, Yeah, we don't want you to move that glass.
Well, we gotta get on the same page here, man. We hear that there's a trickster among us here that likes to move silverware and glassware. Right there, you might recognize it, a whiskey glass.
Oh, they recognize
I'm
it.
sure they
all right.
recognize
In
that.
this town? Yowza.
Why don't you show us what you can do? If you can move that glass, it would let us know that you want to talk to us.
No way, Ryan. A ghost move a glass?
Yeah, Shane.
Oh, no, I'll believe it when I see it.
Me too. Shall we?
Sure hope nobody moves that glass.
I know this is destined to be an L for me here, but I'm gonna do my due diligence. Because something like this would only happen, I feel like, if we weren't here.
You're a very committed ghost hunter.
No, I just believe.
Other areas of interest include the stage where a pair of bullhorns reportedly flew off of a wall, crashing into a nearby table.
So right now we are in a very interesting part of the bar. This is where there's a story that I will admit, I'll be the first to admit, it's pretty outlandish. Apparently, these bullhorns that are on the wall over here were sent careening off the wall and into a table.
And it wasn't just shoddy.
Or you're saying that maybe the table was closer and it fell off?
Well, maybe they
yeah.
just didn't have them secured up there.
They went flying towards somebody.
Sure. All right.
Will it happen? I don't know.
You want to put money on if it'll happen or not?
I would like not to, but
$1,000.
yeah, not gonna take that. Let's do $1.
$1.50.
Sure, I'll do $1.50.
Okay.
I'll Venmo you.
All right, good.
Okay, let's sit down. If there is something in here that sent those bullhorns towards people, please do it again.
Send them toward these people.
Because I believe in all this, and frankly, I do not believe that happened. You're gonna have to show me.
Why don't you drop the horns? Drop the horns.
Just throw a folding chair at us. They're light-ish.
What is this, the WWE?
Yeah, it's a TLC match. It's a table ladder chair match. A pack of sugar.
A ghost has entered the impact zone. The ghoul of Big Nose Kate's.
As God is my witness, he snapped them in half. All right, we could sit here and riff all day, but we're here to do a job. And I know it may not seem like we're serious right now, but I seriously want you to throw something right at my face. Please.
Come on, drop the horns.
1 minute. You got, 30 seconds.
30 seconds to drop the horns.
You got 30 seconds to throw anything.
Wiggle
And I
them.
mean anything at us.
Just wiggle them. Give us a little wiggle.
There's gotta be a better way to say that too. This is your chance. This is your chance to grab glory, or should I say throw glory. Throw it right into my stupid face. 5 seconds.
Come on, just wiggle them. Drop them.
3, 2, 1. Blew it.
You owe me $1.50.
Another rumored story at the former Grand Hotel is that of a former janitor, a man called the Swamper. As part of his pay, he was given a room in a dark corner in the basement.
Cool.
What a perk. What are the benefits for working as a janitor at this bar?
You can live in the cave.
well, we got a room prepared for you in the basement.
When he applied on his resume, did it say the Swamper, or did that come with the job?
You know, I imagine he had a real name. I don't know why they decided to just make his name the Swamper.
It's pretty good.
Sure, I guess. I don't think I'd like to be called the Swamper.
I would. I mean, I'm not telling you to call me the Swamper, because it's not
Feels like
cool.
you're telling me.
I'm not. Because it's not cool to make your own nickname, but...
I will say the Swamper does not sound like he's quick on the gun. Got
you
that
didn't
time.
reach. You didn't
Got you
reach.
that
You
time.
just put your hand up. That's,
I saw where your hand was.
That's stupid.
I think you're just a little embarrassed.
No.
Because you got caught in your... So you're already dead, though.
no, I got
you're
you,
already
though.
dead.
No, you're off. Okay, this is
stupid.
Unbelievable.
When renovating floors in the basement, tunnels were discovered that were dug beneath the hotel in an attempt to gain access to the silver mine shafts that ran beneath town. Some believed these tunnels were the work of the Swamper, who, according to the story, would take silver nuggets from the mines and bring them back. Whatever happened to his cash is unknown, but some believe it may still be hidden somewhere beneath Big Kate's saloon. Apart from the treasure, staff, tourists, and locals alike claim that the Swamper still wanders the dark corners of the basement. When employees explored the tunnels, they could hear moans of distress echoing throughout the basement, though the building had been empty and locked when they had left it to enter the tunnels. In general, the basement is said to be one of the most active areas of the building. As usual, with the most horrific parts of buildings, we'll investigate this area individually.
Watch this fucking wood. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Tell you what. If you want to set a nice creepy vibe right off the bat, how do you do that? Well, a big old pile of baby shoes is how. Well, that's inviting. All right, so we're down here in the basement. I'm gonna turn my light off just for kicks. And just spend some time bathing in darkness. Come on, Swamper. Don't got all day. You know, I've met a lot of ghouls, Swamper, and by met a lot of ghouls, I mean I've met no ghouls, but I've heard a lot of stories about ghouls, and you take the cake. In that, I'm a big fan of your name. And that's basically about it. Also the fact that you steal. It's very funny to me. So, look, I'm gonna level with you. Ryan really wants to find a ghost, but you could show up just for me. And then I'll delete the footage and Ryan will never know. Can you imagine how funny that would be? Oh, you, Swamper, I know you like to steal from people. You know what you'd be stealing from Ryan? Satisfaction. Isn't that funny? That's the greatest thing to steal. A man's joy? Imagine. So come on, give me all you got. Come on, Swamper.
How was it?
It was fine. Pretty boring.
Boring.
It's a dark room.
No Swamper action?
No Swamper action. And I really wanted it. Have fun.
I'm not going to, but...
That's what we're here for. You're down there to have fun. With a guy like the Swamper, you're gonna have a good time.
have fun. I'm here to get evidence.
Well, say hi to the Swamper for me.
Okay. Here we go.
He's a goner.
Alrighty. Alright, Swamper. I know you probably don't like being called that. Why would you put a gift shop next to the most haunted part of the building? There it is. There's the Swamper's creepy, decrepit, dusty, old bedroom, and of course the entrance to the mine shaft. What a fun thing I've stumbled upon. Thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm gonna give you 1 minute of silence because I'm a masochist. If there's anything down here, show yourself. I'm going to regret this. This is your one chance to show that you're here. If that's your prerogative. Jesus, what am I doing? How about it? Boy, I really wish my time was up. I feel like my time should be up. I hear footsteps. Is that you, Shane? Shane?
Ryan Magara!
Yep. You've...
Time to come up for air, buddy. You didn't meet the what's his name, the Swamper?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of. Did you meet somebody
I don't
else?
know, I think I blacked out.
Did you?
I don't know. I got a little too boisterous down there for my own good.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, that was, I don't like it. I mean, I don't like my time down there. if that's what
You
you're
look
asking.
messed up right now.
Yeah, I'm like riddled with adrenaline right now, so yeah.
Well, that's been that.
Yeah,
Thanks, Tombstone.
it's been a dream. I fulfilled my childhood dream of roaming the streets of Tombstone, Arizona, one of my favorite historical sites. Oh look, my name's carved into this door.
Oh, it must be a Timmy.
Okay. Anyways, stay golden, Swamper. I'm out.
It's been over 136 years since 30 seconds of gunfighting secured Tombstone's place in American history books, but our fascination with the town remains. Is it merely our obsession with the Old West that keeps Tombstone going? Or are the ghosts of a violent past as much a part of today's city as they were when Wyatt Earp and his brothers patrolled the streets? The answer remains unsolved.
5, 4,
4,
holy water. 3,
3,
We're being watched.
2,
2. I hate this.
and a 1.
This week on the season finale of BuzzFeed Unsolved, we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. In the past, we've investigated famous houses, buildings, attractions, museums, but what all of these places have in common is that they either were only active in the past, or, because they're famous, they've been thoroughly investigated. It occurred to me that to find a place that is truly active, we'd have to investigate a home that is not only active now, but is currently lived in. We'd have to make a house call. So here we are, a home to a family of 4 that reached out to us to hopefully help them find out who or what is inside their home.
Who are these people?
The mother who reached out to us is a colleague of ours, Hannah Williams. Hannah's given us the opportunity here to do 2 things. 1, find and document evidence of a ghost and prove once and for all that ghosts are real. Yeah, you like that?
Keep going.
2, we could finally help somebody. And judging by what Hannah has told me, she's gonna need a little bit of help. And frankly, this house kind of terrifies me. I don't know if you could tell how nervous I am right now. But without further ado, shall we get this over with?
Let's slink on in.
My heart's beating so fast.
Well, I've thought about it. I hate it.
Yeah, you got a funny way about you right now. Yeah, let's take a seat in the dark. What was that? There was a noise over there.
Yeah, no shit.
What was that?
I don't know. Let's go find out. We don't live here. We hear what you've done here. I know what you're up to.
There was a noise in here.
I'm not scared of you.
There's that noise again. It's coming from over here somewhere.
Well, let's set up camp here.
Why are these picture frames
No,
knocked
that's
over?
a handsome man. Okay, let's sit down.
All right.
We're here on the couch. I will show you what I've brought to protect myself because I have a feeling that whatever's in here may not be that nice.
Holy water?
Yeah. Shall we get into it?
I don't know.
In July 2018, Hannah Williams, her husband Matt, and her 3-year-old and 6-year-old sons moved into a new home in Los Angeles, California. At first, the move was stressful, as all moving situations are, but overall, ordinary. And for the first 3 weeks in the home, things remained exactly that, ordinary. But then one night, Hannah and her family started to hear what sounded like footsteps coming from the attic, loud enough that it woke her up in the dead of the night.
It made it a little difficult to sleep at first, just because,
Oh, they were that loud.
yeah, like new noises too, I think. Where I'm like,
New noises.
I didn't hear this in my old house,
Oh, I see.
so it's weird to me. So it took a little adjusting.
Being skeptical in nature, Hannah and her husband assumed it must have been the typical wood creaks that come along with the home. But as time went on, the footsteps continued and got undeniable. Around this time, Hannah would start to notice lights that she turned off would be on when she returned. It started to become clear that this was perhaps beyond the normal circumstances of a house.
I want to set the record straight right from the jump here.
Yeah.
Seems like they got a lot of smart technology in this home. I want to make sure that these lights aren't hooked up to some sort of Alexa or a Google lady.
It's a light switch.
Okay.
This is our first house call, so I thought it would be wise to offer all we could to try and solve this, so I called in a psychic. Hi, how's it going?
How you doing, AJ?
Ryan, nice to meet you.
I'm Shane. This
Nice
is
to
the
meet you.
Osmo.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
He doesn't believe in any of this. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
so just so you
Let's
know,
start a proof point.
Sorry, man.
in case you're wondering why he's being an a-hole.
It's gonna be a tough time tonight.
One night, Hannah and her husband were awoken by the sound of their alarm system being triggered. When they went down to investigate, the alarm disarmed itself. The alarm system monitors all entries, such as windows and doors.
The way it works is when it sets off, the alarm trips for 30 seconds, and you have 30 seconds to disarm it before it goes into full-blown alarm mode. So one night at about 4 in the morning, the alarm tripped. And Matt and I both bolted up, and he ran to, like, we both didn't know what to do either, because I'm like, if someone's breaking in, do we
Yeah.
turn the alarm off, or do we see if someone's breaking in? It was just very confusing.
You are also weren't thinking, I bet you there's a ghoul inside my house. You're thinking,
No,
oh,
I'm
someone
thinking
wants to
burglar.
come steal my big screen TV or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So he gets up and he starts looking around, and he doesn't see any doors open. So he goes to disarm the alarm, and it just stops before he goes to disarm it. And that was weird. But what was weirder is when we went to look at the log to see what sensor tripped it, there was no record of the alarm ever tripping.
Is this your first ghost hunt, AJ?
No.
Oh.
We've never worked with a medium before, so how does it work? You walk in, you give like a reading of the room, maybe what you're sensing.
Yeah, kind of. So what I do, I kind of go through each home or location. I pick up hot, cold spots or the vibration that I pick up here. There's also residual energy of the home, the land, and also the people that live in it. So typically what I do pick up is either the people living in the home, their energy, their loved ones, the home itself, what happened here, or what happened here on the land itself before this home was built.
So we did the investigation. This is all the stuff that we found. I'm going to present it to you room by room. I'm also going to tell you the things that the psychic said, so if any of that is relevant to you, then we could talk about that. So,
I mean, my hope has always been that you guys would go spend the night, nothing happens, we all move on.
well, I will say this, and this is not hyperbole in the slightest. This is by far the most evidence we've ever found in any place by a considerable margin.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Okay,
Oh boy.
let's just jump
Sorry.
into it.
We'll see.
AJ had mentioned that there is a mischievous energy in this house. Would that person or thing like to present itself?
You can present yourself as a full-bodied apparition or FBA.
We just want to talk, and that's it. We're not here to hurt you. So we're going to give you a little bit of silence right now, and you can do whatever you like. What are you smirking at, Shane? What are you smirking at?
Looks like that dresser has eyes. I just saw him looking at me.
If anyone is here, can you tell us your name?
If it's too hard to speak, can you move something? There's 2 flashlights on that table. Could you move one of the flashlights?
I don't know if you guys are connected to the homeowners, if you still talk with him, but I do believe there is a father figure that is passed over because it feels like there's like a father figure that is connected here to the home. I keep on hearing the name Don or Ron, like Don or Donald is connected here.
Oh my God. That's Matt's dad.
So,
Oh my gosh.
that's crazy.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Sorry, that was just so surprising.
You okay?
Yeah. That's Matt's dad. Don.
Don.
Donald. Wow.
For the record, off camera, he also identified my grandpa that just passed a couple weeks before this investigation and told me things that I said to him on his deathbed, and I don't know how he knew those things. So
Wow. Oh my gosh. That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. Okay,
Oh, wow.
moving on.
I'm like shaking right now.
Yeah, I know, I was too.
Oh,
If we need to stop, you can let me know.
okay.
All right, now, this is a weird departure, but now we're going straight to Ghost Town.
Okay.
Okay.
Got some spooky rain falling outside.
Let's close this door. Let's close this door.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's a ghost.
Well, it's not one of us.
that's very distinct.
That's a very distinct shush.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a long day. This is gonna be a long day.
However, up to this point, the footsteps, the lights turning on and off, and the alarm malfunction could all be chalked up to coincidence. But one night in August, something would happen in Hannah's bedroom that would change that.
So what started happening is every night Jackson would come, he'd come into our room in the middle of the night, go around to my side of the bed and stand there until I noticed him. Totally creepy. One night, I felt him standing next to the bed, and I rolled over, and it was not Jackson. It was a girl, a little bit older than Jackson, just standing there where he stands. She was a 11-year-old maybe. My first instinct was more annoyed, like, what are you, like, and so then I just rolled back over. I was like, not gonna happen for you.
You saw the specter of a little girl in your room and you were like, I gotta catch up on some Z's, see you later.
The next morning, I woke up and I was like, what was that? Because my first instinct always, as a skeptic, I'm like, I was dreaming.
Okay.
So I woke up and then Jackson was in bed next to me and he sits up and starts waking up, and the first thing he does is turn to me and ask, who's blank? And he says a girl's name.
What was the name?
He says it was Matilda.
Initially, my thought was, it seems like maybe that could be sleep paralysis. You wake up, you see something in your room. That's very common in a lot of sleep paralysis stories that I read. But to have two people say the same thing without, talking to each other prior about it.
It's an odd coincidence. That's kind of hard to explain.
Okay, so right now we're heading into the master bedroom. Obviously, this is another one of the big players in this house. This is where also the little girl presented herself to Hannah.
Ooh, I just got chills. All right, we're gonna put the Ovilus on phonetic mode.
Yeah.
This investigation marks our first time using a device referred to as the Ovilus. The Ovilus is a device used to communicate with spirits that takes environmental readings, such as electromagnetic fields and temperature, and then, through those environmental readings, produces phonetic noises that sometimes form words. The theory being that spirits can manipulate the environment to speak through the Ovilus.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it right on the bed, right but where Hannah sleeps. Oh, look at all the mirrors in here too.
I know. This is probably why there's a lot of activity in here, because of the mirrors.
Yeah, mirrors are said to be portals.
Right. Openings, doors. Hi?
Hi?
We're talking directly again to Matilda, if that's actually her name. We're talking to the little girl that keeps showing herself in this house. If you are in fact a little girl, can you please show yourself?
Can you prove yourself that you're here in this room with us?
Can you check the back of my arm?
Are you getting a scratch?
Oh, that was weird.
Here, right there. Is there anything there?
No, not really.
Okay, it just started to burn.
Started to burn.
It could be my head.
Oh, probably. Who's here? Is it Matilda? We don't got all night, dork. Yeah, that's it. Who are you here for? Who are we talking to? All right. Nothing. No one.
They may be scared of you. Do you fear the tall man? If this was an other scenario and they thought we were ghosts,
That's
could
pretty
you
cool.
imagine
Oh, right.
how frightening you would be? I see a tall man. He wears squares.
Just to really razz them, if they do think I'm a ghost, I'm gonna give them the scare of their life right now.
Okay, this is ready.
I got him.
I feel like there's a family still kind of connected here, as if they're stuck here in some unique way. And I don't feel like that they're stuck in a negative way that they don't want to leave. I just feel like because they died in a tragic event here, So they don't like that they're here. Set boundaries is what you guys need to do and say, like, look, we live here, we're protecting the family, we're looking out for them, this is what we need to do. It feels like as if like someone's hanging in some ways. I don't know if this wall was here originally or if this was all open, but for some reason I want to walk through this and kind of walk through here. So I don't know what they know about the property or the home itself.
The attic is above us right now, but I don't.
Is it? Okay.
But how do you get to the attic? Oh, I see.
In the closet?
Oh boy. We're not gonna fuck that with a capital F.
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Here.
What? Why? Do you not want us to do this?
What'd you say?
This is just comically horrific, right? How are we gonna open it?
I don't know.
I want to peek up there.
I don't
That's
think I could
interesting.
physically fit up there.
No, it's
yeah.
impossible.
No.
But we want to open this first. Okay, let's do it.
You know, it's a lot of wood.
What's with your eyes right now? What are you
Right.
doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
It feels like that we need to go back into August. I don't know why August is significant, but it feels like it was a turning point. Like July, August feels like it was a turning point for the family.
They moved in July, and in August is when they first saw
Okay.
the little girl.
This is what I mean. I don't feel like there's a little girl here. And even though they may see this little girl, I'm not getting a little girl here.
Has Jackson ever said what she looked like?
Whenever I bring it up to Jackson, he does not want to talk about it. He gets very upset, like teary-eyed.
Yeah, I think I'd be upset too.
I actually asked him before coming here, just if he would talk to me about it a little bit. And what he, this is real creepy. He said, well, you know I see people in my room a lot. And then what he said was, somebody asked him that night, are you ready for Matilda?
Wait, so is this a second party that's asking this?
I don't know, and he was truly so upset talking about it. So what he said, and I'm getting like chills, what he said he saw was men and women wearing white and men wearing white pants and women wearing white dresses, and they were standing facing his closet.
There was like some sort of murder, homicide, there's that type of feeling that is connected here, but there's hands that cause the situation to happen here. And I feel like there's actually two males that are involved here in some unique way as well.
He said he wasn't afraid, but he said he didn't want to say anything. And he didn't want them to turn around, but it's just a weird visual of like, why are all these people facing his closet?
After telling this story, Jackson was visibly upset, and Hannah, being a concerned mother trying to get to the bottom of what was happening to her family and her home, asked Jackson to draw a picture of the little girl.
I'm scared to unfold this. Okay, so it's a crude drawing, it's a 6-year-old drawing.
Sure. Thank you. That's good. I like it.
Now, I will say,
It's a lot of negative
it's
space.
definitely an interesting use of the real estate. It's a very big piece of paper.
Well, kids got small hands, you know?
Yeah.
It's a child's drawing. It's essentially if someone drew a smiley face and you said, yeah, that looks like the guy that robbed me.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say someone drawing you. In which case, this amount of paper would make sense, just for the head alone.
Although crude, the drawing reflected what Hannah saw, the outfit and the hair specifically. Due to the fact that both Jackson and Hannah saw the same girl, it became fairly difficult for Hannah to deny that there was something strange going on inside her house. Acknowledging such a fact is inconvenient, and beyond that, what could Hannah and her family do besides try to live through it? Hannah continued to sleep through the loud noises in the night, continued to ignore lights turning on and off, and tried to not think about what entities could possibly be visiting her son while she slept. After telling these stories to friends, one concerned friend decided to sleep over to see if she could help Hannah confirm that she wasn't going crazy. In the middle of the night, Alex awoke to her surprise to the little girl standing in front of her. But bizarrely, much like Hannah, she felt a sense of calm wash over her, and the little girl reached out her hand. Alex reached out to touch it, and when she made contact, she felt a jolt of energy. And suddenly, the little girl was gone.
This is where Hannah's friend was sleeping over on this couch, and they saw the apparition, once again, of the little girl. You said you had felt something around the fireplace, correct?
Really, it's kind of like a negative energy that's connected here in some ways.
Fun.
All right.
Is there anything in this room, anybody that lives in this house or resides in this room in particular, that wants to present itself to us right now? You could touch one of us. Mm-hmm. Hell, you could even scratch the big guy.
Hell, scratch the big guy.
He's the big guy.
A lot of skin to scratch. Matilda! Give it your best. What was that? Did you hear that?
It could be the wood creaking.
Convenient.
Oh! That's fun.
Little tap tap up there.
That's right where he was saying he thought maybe something was hanging, but okay.
Can you step forward, please? Can you make one of these devices? I heard that too.
Right? From above.
You
hear them all the time.
You hear the bangs all the time. Does that sound like what it normally sounds like?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's one, and it's like a...
Yeah.
Come step forward, please.
Who's over there? Follow the light, follow my voice. I'm over here.
Is it happening? Has the haunt begun?
Please come out right now instead of later. Please, I'm begging you. Well, I guess I'll just go fuck myself then, huh, right? Funny joke, demon. Ghosts, I don't know. Assorted ghouls, traveling circus. I don't know what the fuck's going on in this house. I'm gonna be alone later. That's gonna be fun.
It'll be hilarious.
Yeah, laugh it up. You're laughing over on the other side. Ha 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 ha. Very funny. I'll tell you one thing. I'm gonna have this flashlight in my hand. I'll whip you across the ghost skull.
What the fuck are you talking
I don't know.
God damn it. You're going crazy, man.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I know.
Alex's experience was confirmation for Hannah after Alex's sighting of the little girl that made 3 different people that had all seen the same thing in separate locations in the house. What was the most odd to Hannah was the fact that whatever this little girl is, it seems to have a calming influence on people, which offers the greater question of what are this entity's intentions? Is it dangerous? Shortly after Alex's experience, Hannah got somewhat of an answer.
Our master bedroom has a lock from the inside, so you can lock somebody out, and there's a keyhole on the outside. And for us, having little kids, that's not safe because I know one of my kids will lock us out from the inside of the room and think it's very funny. So we decided to leave the key in the keyhole. It opens inwards, so there's no way the key would hit the wall or anything if somebody flung the door open. A little bit after my friend had her thing in the night, I heard my husband asking the kids if they had done something. And I went to look, and he showed me that the key in the keyhole was bent at about like a 45-degree angle, which I think could happen if it was like smashed into the wall or something, but it opened inward. And so, first of all, it's not something a kid would have done without like having a lot of damage to themselves. Like if they had hit it with their hands or something, like that would hurt.
Yeah.
So we went to try to bend it back, and it would not budge. We tried, or I tried, Matt tried. It would not bend back.
And you were trying to do this with what, like tools or even your hands?
We got tools, hands, and I know I didn't do it, and he knows he didn't do it. And the kids could not have done this. And there's no way it hit the wall. So that was the one physical thing that was just hard to explain.
Hannah felt that whatever was in the house may be a little aggressive, and it's during this time that she came into contact with us in hopes that we would find out what was truly going on inside her home, and that hopefully we could fix it. Looking into the house's history, I found that only 2 families lived here before and found no reports of paranormal activity. So either the activity started when Hannah arrived, or perhaps prior residents could have been reaching out to entities themselves before Hannah and her family moved in. When looking into the history of the land before it would become a home, it appears that the house is situated on a plot of land that was once part of wheat fields, so nothing sinister there. Which brings us to the original question: who and what is this entity that haunts Hannah's home? based on the timeline of events, the showing of aggression, and prior cases we've investigated, namely the Sally House in Kansas. I'm unfortunately inclined to believe that the entity presenting itself as a little girl is not a little girl at all. Our past research indicates that oftentimes the spirits of children are in fact demons in disguise.
All right, so right now we are entering Jackson's room, which, as you know, Shane, is
This is where it
one of
all
the more
happened.
active rooms in this house. I will not pretend that I have the vision of any sort, or I'm not spiritually sensitive, but I hate the way I feel in here.
Yeah?
I'm just gonna say that.
There is some sort of old energy that's here.
Old,
Yeah, like,
ancient.
yes, I mean, for me, it feels like it's not even just the homeowners, it's not their loved ones, it's not, none of that's connected here. So I feel like there's multiple layers that are happening.
Is it human?
I believe it takes form of a human, if that's the best way I can describe that.
Very good.
Because it feels
Very
like because it feels like it like overlays itself in some ways, the same like
Yes.
pops and bangs, right?
Do have my vial of holy water here, so
Great, good,
I'm
good,
good.
They hear walking out there, huh?
What?
They hear walking, the owners?
They hear walking everywhere in this
Yeah,
house.
I hear walking like now.
Yeah, she said it's so loud that it wakes her up.
No, like I hear it like with my,
Oh,
like I hear it like psychically as if I'm hearing walking, not of physical, like spiritually.
How does that?
don't like that.
So I believe there's actually like shuffling is the best way I can describe it, like someone's shuffling their feet, like dragging their feet in some ways. But I feel like I'm also dragging something on the floor. So there's
Whoa.
something very heavy with it that I feel like that's also connected here.
Boy, that's sort of a good campfire tale, hearing like feet, but also sort of a
Wait, quiet
dragging.
for a second.
Huh?
I thought I heard whimpering. Sorry, go ahead. Say what you were saying.
Oh no, I
was-
just heard that. No, is it her? I just heard that.
Devin, are you speaking out there?
No, I swear, I just heard that as well.
Yeah, I thought she was laughing.
I thought so too.
Were you laughing?
What the fuck?
I did hear it, and I thought it was Devin.
Okay, so that's Matt, me, and AJ all hearing the same like laughing. But what's weird is we don't catch it in audio.
Ugh,
I don't know what that's
it's
about.
messing with your brains.
When we're talking about this kind of stuff and we're maybe exposing whatever is in here, are they aware of that, or did they not like us, exposing their ruse, I suppose?
No, they love it. Because what you're doing, you're feeding into their energy. So if you're like saying like, hey, I'm afraid of it, but let's try to contact it, like you're feeding to that, so you're giving them more power, more energy in some ways to say like, well, excuse the language, let's fuck with you now. So
Let's feed it. Yum
Let's
yum.
feed it.
Yum
Yeah.
yum. We hear that there are 2 men, 2 women in here, and we also hear that there is a little girl in here. And the little girl in particular is who I'm talking to.
Perhaps goes by the name of Matilda.
Can you say your name? Are you actually a little girl? I think you're not.
I heard no. It's just right off the top of my head.
You just heard no?
No.
Well, that's fun. What are you?
Stop hiding, you coward! And also, why the pigtails? It's a little cliche.
Oh, God, I don't want to say this.
What?
I'm not scared of you, so please say your name.
He's lying, but please say your name.
I have a vial of holy water. What do you have?
Me? Well, here's a.
Let me put this.
Hippo pig.
That's gotta be tough to.
Okay.
How about like a teddy bear?
All right, buddy, calm down.
Jesus Christ.
You hit the thing. Or did it make a noise?
I wasn't expecting it, man. I was grabbing the teddy bear. Jesus criminy. Oh my.
Put your ghost hunting light back on.
So, we now give you the room. Please communicate with us and step forward. Okay, we're leaving. Fucking Christ almighty, why do every time I get near this stupid box? Yep.
It's not like I said your name.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like I said right. And
Yep. Yeah, it did kind of sound like it said my name. Okay, we're leaving. I'm turning it off. Here's your chance. 3. 3. Are you kidding me?
It's not done.
What do you want to say? I'm going.
You. Oh. My hair's just rising like this.
What the fuck, dude? Yeah, the hair is rising up in my arm too. Why?
It's actually, I've actually got goosebumps right now too.
Oh, I actually see
That's
it.
involuntary.
that's crazy.
I'm not like, I don't have chills. I think there's just an energy in the room.
Do you not want me to leave? I'm going to turn this off.
One more time, please.
Can you say that again, please? I'm talking to you. Can you say that again, please? Who are you?
I don't know if you caught that, but this lit up red.
Oh, the temperature
Yeah.
changed. What do you want with this house? What do you want with me?
Oh, this just ran out.
Why are you playing with me? Just speak. Why do I have to threaten every time? I'm going to turn it off for sure this time.
Do you hate Ryan?
Did it say no?
I hate this. Last chance. 5.
5.
He's mocking
You're mocking me, huh? You think this is funny? Because I don't. Do you want me to say, you want me to count down again? I'm gonna turn it off in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Stop. I think so. Not sure. I would go back and listen to that audio.
Is there a Matilda here? Are we speaking with Matilda?
All right, you're gonna make me do it again. I'm gonna turn this off in 5 seconds. And I mean it this time. 5.
5. You don't have anything on your hands, are you? That's triggering it, or
No.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
I'm holding it the entire time.
That's crazy.
Are we talking with Matilda?
You are? Shut up.
Yo, this is fucking crazy. This is crazy. If that's true, say your name. I need to hear your name. Otherwise, I'm not gonna believe it. If you're really taking this this whole I'm a child thing this far, I respect the method, but I'm starting to get frustrated. You're gonna make me count down again, Harry. Okay, here we go. I'm turning it off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow.
All right.
I'm
That's
out of
crazy.
here.
That is freaking crazy.
And on that note, we enter the final phase of the investigation, sleeping in the house. Shane will be sleeping in the master bedroom, and I will be sleeping in Jackson's room.
Well, that is horrifying. Not doing that. Fuck that.
Gonna open this closet. Since we've got access to the attic here, this way, if there's any sort of demon or malevolent spirit, they can slink out of the attic and into my body.
The purring of the spirit box brings me comfort.
Jesus, I'm tired.
Alrighty.
Rad's in the other room doing the spirit box. I think tonight may have changed him. He got rattled.
I guess specifically I'm talking to, Matilda. Now, what was that?
Wonder if he's gonna sleep tonight.
I have this with me. Big old bottle of holy water. Would hurt quite a bit if I doused it. Oh, you don't like that, huh? Who was that? Say something again. Speak.
I'm gonna sleep tonight. I know that much.
Uh-oh. It suddenly got colder in this room.
I'm going to sleep now.
I'm just scared to close my eyes, because when I close my eyes, I'm scared when I open them, there's going to be something standing in front of me.
Good night, ghouls. If there's any demons in here, feel free to slither into my heart.
Alrighty, it is morning time. Exhausted. Slept in my contacts for an hour.
Just another day at the office for the Unsolved boys. I hope Hannah finds some sort of solace in the work we did here tonight.
And we did do work.
Just reflecting back on it. Let's reflect back on it for just a brief moment. Yeah, we probably didn't do much. But, see you later, whatever's in there. You had your opportunity. You blew it.
You messed up, man.
You blew it.
And now you're dead.
Already was dead, but yeah.
Well, double dead.
You have now seen the evidence of our investigation. What are your thoughts to that? What's your reaction to that?
I'm kind of confused still. It's
It's a confusing.
because it's like, it might be bad, but not.
Frankly, it sounds like there's a ghoul war going on in your home. And different ghouls
Like
from different eras are
secret
vying.
identities.
Yeah.
And
They're all vying for ownership.
I would really like to know for sure, like what it is. You
I don't know if you're ever gonna get that.
No.
But you can, what you can do is you could take the precautions, I think.
Between the psychic's readings and the plethora of evidence captured, I feel safe in saying that there is definitely something haunting Hannah's home. I can only hope that our investigation provided answers for Hannah and her family. At the very least, proper steps to cleanse the home have been taken to ensure their safety. Yet, Shane and skeptics believe that the evidence captured is by no means definitive, and consequently, whether or not Hannah's home is definitively haunted will remain unsolved.